want.
Okay, we're
Never mind.
But
starting.
I
Kelly has a
I
critique.
tried listening to the last podcast, like for the first time in months that I've listened to one. Everyone, including myself, needs to turn up their goddamn microphone except for Mark.
Okay.
Oh,
Mark is the
then I should
only
just
one who's
turn mine
clear.
down.
No, because I played it in my car and I had to turn it all the way up to even slightly hear us three, where I
Okay.
could hear you at a regular volume.
Okay, but
so it's our three problem.
I can change your three, like, so my mic gets picked up differently than your guys's on the recording system, and it shows it hitting the same levels. But since you're telling me that, I'm just gonna move your guys's up and see if that helps it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to tell, because
You
like
might be really loud now.
that's
We'll
fine.
see.
Mine
But
actually.
no, it was pissing me off.
Okay,
I was getting pissed off at everybody.
but you're gonna have to tell us if this happens again, because
I didn't.
I
listened to
changed it.
probably
I
5 minutes.
significantly turned you guys up. I think it'll be fine. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly, just let us know if our audio levels are over the top.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ooh,
yo.
it's a good one.
Nice one.
Wait. Well, now it's gonna be really effective every time I scream.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
be.
I'm looking for car wrecks.
Yes.
And you know all about those.
I sure
Oh my
do.
God.
Only for parked cars, though.
Parked cars, watch out, because this family.
Yeah, you've never
My
had a
God,
moving
all
car.
of us. That's true.
Not yet. I mean, I was moving.
That's true. You
Mm.
never hit where the other car was moving.
Car.
Yes.
No one has been injured thus far.
So I'm gonna do something.
It wasn't who I was interviewing for, so that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Thank goodness.
Matt.
Oh.
Didn't that happen to you?
Yes. Well, I didn't hit. It wasn't their car. It was just in the parking garage. I think it was someone at a different company. Thank God.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
then mom and dad are liars.
Oh, I hit the car on my way to an interview, but the car that I hit was not the person I was interviewing with.
That's
No.
what
Oh,
they
is this
said.
recently?
They said it was the person that you
That
were
was when I was in
interviewing.
California. That was years
Oh.
ago.
They fully said it was the person.
So
I
now
thought
I've
you had only
become
hit the one in the
a
Walmart
myth.
parking lot.
Become a-
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Now-
become a myth.
Okay, I've hit 2 parked cars.
Mythology.
So you guys have both hit 2 parked cars at this point.
Yes.
Yes, and Luke's hit one.
Luke's hit
So
one.
catch up. Mark, catch
I've
up.
not hit any still.
Okay. Well, they come out of nowhere. All right.
They
They
do.
do,
Not my
yeah.
fault.
I've almost hit one. Like
Oh,
there's,
almost.
there's been the ones where
It
like I
wants to be
risked
us
it
so
and I was
bad.
like I should not have done
Oh.
that. I should have just backed up a second time.
Yeah.
Mark, you almost fell off a mountain.
I
That's your.
I almost drove off a mountain.
Oh, in your car.
Almost drove off a mountain, but you saw how tactfully I did that.
Oh, it
Okay,
was
your car
graceful.
did explode.
The car did explode. That was not my fault.
That was,
The exploding
but
was not
neither
my
was
fault.
me hitting a parked car.
But me
That
driving
wasn't my
off the
fault either.
mountain was expertly done because it was a manual, so I had to slowly do it. Because if I pressed too much gas, I would have just flew right off the mountain backwards.
Oh, it was impressive.
I had the door open while I was doing it, so I could jump out of the car. It was like to where I thought I
Were
was
you
gonna
there?
drive off. Yeah,
yeah, Tony
So
and I
he
were
was ready to-
watching. And the
He was ready to jump.
car.
Oh, you were
So
in the car or
essentially,
not?
so okay. So what happened was we were going to drive up the mountain to go on a hike, and you know how like sometimes you could drive up to another area. Well, one of the gates was open, so we drove up, but then the second one was locked to where you couldn't get to a parking lot. But it was like a 1 lane, so it's like I can't drive backwards all the way down this mountain. Like, but there was like it was a little bit bigger than 1 lane, but like not enough to turn around. But I couldn't go backwards, so we're like, what do we do? So then I was just like Austin Powers like turning essentially, but it got to the point where my car was like facing the mountain and my tires were like, I don't know, that far away from the edge. And I had to like continuously do it, but I was in the manual, so I was like, Tony and Luke, get out of the car, because like it was my truck too. So with Luke, like he would just be stuck. So they were watching me and they were like yelling like if I was like good, when to stop. But it was so hard for me to do because it's also like gravelly and
God.
it was close. Like how close do you think it was? Like by the end of it, in my head it's this close, but I know it's not.
Oh,
Ah,
it's
see,
close
I
enough.
told you. Yeah, it was so. It was like scary to where I was like ready to jump out of the car and just like ditch the car because like I didn't know what else to
Yeah.
do and I was stuck like that. But I did it, so
you did it.
that I would have been fine. I would have jumped out in time, but It
Mark,
was scary.
That would have been crazy.
could you imagine the story that you would have later if that happened and you survived? You could write. You know what? A good name of a book is "Off the Mountain Backwards." So that
That's
would have been
true.
By
amazing.
Mark Thrasher.
That was almost really bad, but it's all good, and it exploded like a couple months later. But whatever.
So it's for naught. It was for nothing.
That was not my fault. It wasn't. That was an oil leak
Okay,
and
that was
an
also
electrical
what you
short
figured out.
because the guy I bought it from had done like a bunch of
Oh.
internal work himself on it, and it like all got wired up. I don't know. Luke and I were just literally driving normally, and it just started catching on fire. Okay, what am I supposed to do? What I was gonna say is I'm gonna do something a little differently. I'm gonna start putting timestamps
Thank goodness.
in
Yeah.
the
Holy
comments
shit.
of when we're done with the catch up. So if anyone is new, we talk a
So
lot
much.
about our
Too
catch up,
much.
and usually that's over half of the episode. It is talking about movies and TV
3/4.
shows and books and
But
video
not the
games,
movie we're
but
supposed
not what
to
we're
be
doing,
talking
which is
about.
why I think I was trying something last week with putting like and catch up on it, but I don't want to do that every time. I think I'm gonna stop that, but I'm gonna try to start doing somewhat of an intro
Yep.
Okay.
stating this.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna put a
Yeah.
timestamp in there. So if people stumble upon it and actually want to hear something about a cool movie like Over the Top, they know where to go. But we're still gonna do the catch up and everything because our real fans like Uncle Pat like that.
Yeah. That's the best part.
You asked him?
Yes, because he says it just feels like
Oh.
you're hanging out with friends.
I can see that going good or bad.
Yes.
I get it.
So like, a lot of podcasts are just people talking. Ours is both. So I'm
No
gonna
way,
put
podcast
timestamps
is
in there.
People talking.
So- No, but
That's
not about.
crazy.
Okay, whatever. I'm need to like when we're done. I'm gonna write down the time and I'm gonna put it in.
we shut the fuck up.
Okay, so we're not changing it a ton, but I'm trying to make it just a little bit more organized of like
Mark.
what this is.
When
Yes,
did you
just-
go so corporate, man?
No.
We still don't edit. We still don't.
I'm not
even
gonna edit. I'm never gonna edit.
God.
You can't make me edit.
Yeah, the mic levels might be horrible.
Oh,
but
your guys are. I think your guys. I don't know. We're leaving it, and it just might be really bad this episode.
It would work for this movie.
I'm
don't
not
worry.
editing.
Matt,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
editing. I'm just gonna put timestamps, and then Kelly will tell us if we're loud, and then we'll just try
I-
again.
Okay. I'm not listening to the whole podcast. I'm listening to
your
the first
job.
5 minutes, and I'll tell you.
Okay, fine.
I'm good with that.
We're so annoying.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
it's really
We
hard
got
to
okay. So
listen.
this is the part where we're gonna start with our catch up. Okay, so Matt, go with your catch up for the week.
My ketchup. I had ketchup on a hot dog today.
Oh,
That's beside.
That was a
Okay.
bad joke.
Matt,
Luke, go.
Luke, Matt, you're not allowed to
No.
go.
It wasn't even a joke. I had hot dogs for dinner.
Did you have mustard?
No.
I did. Sorry,
Relish?
Luke, you go. I lost my turn.
All right, guys.
Has it actually been just a week this time?
It's been a week.
For once?
Only
Yeah,
been a
so we
week.
might actually have a shorter. Maybe probably not.
No.
Did we,
should.
actually do
should.
it on Thursday last week?
We did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Wow.
actually are on schedule.
Wow.
Do you like my makeshift calendar?
It's just a piece of paper. I saw. Yeah. I see 2 X's.
Yeah, it's been 2 days since I made it.
It's the 9th day of the month.
All right.
Maybe.
I'll start with books. I finished The Price of Salt, and it was very, very good. I recommend to everybody to read it. For what I can remember from the movie Carol, the movie followed the book very well, from what I can remember.
And do you
I
still
reckon-
feel like you are the main character?
Oh yes,
Okay.
I am Therese. Yeah, I'm Therese. That's Rooney Mara in the movie. And then I started this book called Girl in Snow, and I'm already halfway. I started
my
it
God.
and read half. Because this book is really good, and I have a new favorite author. Add to the list, Danya Kukavka, because my goodness, I started reading and I could not put it down. I had to put it down because I had to go eat and then watch Sonic.
Yeah.
But Girl in Snow is very, very good. And she wrote Notes on an Executioner, which won the Edgar Award for Best
Ooh.
Novel, and so that will be my next one after this. for her. So
Nice.
Luke, you made me think of an important question I had to ask you. I thought about it today,
yes.
or yesterday. I saw someone at work eating what looked to be Chef Boyardee in the lunchroom, and I was like, "Do you think Luke would ever eat beefaroni at work?" And
No, I
want
would
you to
not.
answer
Not
that.
a- no, you
I
can't
would
say
not.
no.
I also haven't eaten beefaroni in months. Actually, since
you-
I've moved, no. I've eaten it like twice since I've moved from Tucson.
You've
That's
weaned
it.
yourself off.
I've weaned myself off of
Um,
Yeah,
that.
he just
And
makes a lot
milk,
of spaghetti.
it's just spaghetti.
I-
So it's like
I
a
get it.
more adult tomato sauce.
I asked Katie, and we both agreed. No, I don't think Luke would, but I felt the need to ask anyway.
Well, yeah, I was the beefaroni guy.
Beefaroni's
I
a
was the-
commodity for home.
Yeah, I was the beefaroni and milk guy, and now I don't drink milk either.
Together? Would you
Really?
drink a glass of milk with beefaroni?
I did, but then I turned to juice.
What kind of juice?
What kind of juice?
V8.
Oh yeah.
Fruit
Yeah.
medley.
You are a
Fruit
V8 guy.
medley, yeah. You are a fruit medley guy.
Okay, and now I just have movies, which should go pretty quickly. And I actually logged because the start of the year and something in my head told me, oh, I should log again, and then I'll stop.
Yep.
Kelly and I watched The Lighthouse and The Witch
Nice.
double
Mhm.
feature, and
Woohoo.
I don't know which Eggman movie I liked the best.
Which?
We're good.
Eggman?
Nice one.
Yeah, we're on
Uh,
that kind of vibe today. Both men.
And then Football Town.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that logged.
Yeah.
Is the best thing ever made. They must know. The Lonely Island must know that that is the best thing they've ever made ever. I mean, actually, they've made Hot Rod
Mm-hmm.
and
True,
plenty
but
others,
Football
Football Town. And then Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
Kelly, we'll talk more about it, I assume,
Yes,
because that's
I
her
will.
first time witnessing that masterpiece.
That
I
was
was
her
just
first time?
enjoying.
Wow.
I haven't seen the originals.
Oh.
I haven't seen the first two. Guys.
So I started her with 3.
Yeah,
You
you
started
gotta
with
you gotta go
Ryan.
I feel
backwards.
like I've only seen
Go in
Gremlins 2.
reverse.
You
I'm
gotta
going
go in reverse.
3-1-2. 3-1-2.
But
We're gonna watch Rocky 4 first, and then
Yeah,
do
yes.
1, and then 3, and then 2.
Rocky
That's
Four.
proper.
Okay.
I think Kelly's favorite Rocky will be 3.
Yes,
what-
I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah. 100%.
Interesting.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
T.
the beach.
Clubber
Yes.
Lang. Come on now.
Four,
Leave it alone.
Rockies 4 and 3 are the best.
Yes,
that is
they
just
are.
fact.
Yeah.
And then Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah, Mark and I tomorrow are gonna watch Sonic 2 and the Knuckles miniseries,
Oh,
When are
that
you guys?
reminds-
and then watching Sonic 3 on the weekend.
Sonic 3 and Nosferatu double feature. You're still doing, right?
So I don't know if we're gonna. Well, we're definitely not gonna do a double feature same day because Trini and Belen are gonna come with us to Sonic 3. I don't think they want to watch Nosferatu. But
Dang.
so the idea is just like we're not allowed to watch Nosferatu until we've done
Hey,
all of this and watch
What if
Sonic 3.
one of you is in one theater, the other one is in the other theater, and you FaceTime each other?
I
We
like
could.
it. We
Really
can put it in our
respectful.
pocket
Really
too.
Like American Vandal?
Yeah.
Mark,
like it.
I had something very important to tell you. I logged into Paramount Plus, and when I saw Knuckles, I laughed my ass off, and it was so hard to try to explain to Katie why I was laughing so hard.
You have to pick 3 things that you like to personalize the account. Like you have to.
You have
so
to.
You have
we
to.
found 2 Sonic things, and then Daniel Tosh.
And then Tosh
point
point
oh.
What?
just to have like just mess up our
So
recommendations. Like it's
weird.
all over the place now.
Okay, I'll go in there and I'll figure it out.
Guys, I did not know the plot of Knuckles, and after hearing about it, I'm unbelievably excited.
Yeah, there's a character from the first one
That
who's
I
like
forgot
a very
about.
side character
Yes.
is like a main character in the miniseries.
And him
His
and
name is
Knuckles team up, and I'm all in.
It's
Knuckles.
6 episodes, half an hour long each.
Guys,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't
3
explain.
hours.
I can't explain how much Luke loved Sonic when he was watching it. Not even the movie, the character.
Sonic
He
is awesome.
loved Sonic.
Sonic's
He's
so cool.
he's
Sonic's
the best.
awesome.
and then so Mark and I had a Sonic over the top double feature. That was that night.
Oh,
That's
yes.
good.
Yes.
Yes. And then yesterday, Dylan, Austin, and I saw A Complete Unknown,
oh. Was it good?
and it was good. I thought it was very good.
Nice.
So Kelly has been wanting me to listen to Bob Dylan for a long time, and it
Yes.
took in the
It
morning.
always takes a fucking movie.
Yeah.
The morning we were going to see this, I was like, okay, I will listen to the music, so I have a better idea what's going on. And I like Bob Dylan.
I knew
Yeah.
you would. I was like, people hate his voice. Luke's gonna love him.
Yes. Kelly, what do you think my favorite song is? Because do you know them? Do you know?
Times
I'm
they
not
are
like
changing.
in
That is up there.
depth.
I think that's number 2.
Moonshiner's my favorite.
I don't think I listened to that one though.
What is it?
Blowing in the Wind,
Okay,
which is the one they sing a lot in the
that
movie.
makes sense.
Timothy Chalamet was very good. Very good.
When is he not?
Yes, the interviews that Kelly has shown me with him, it is crazy.
So silly.
He's chaotic.
He is
Oh my god.
It's so
And-
funny that it took Bob Dylan, a biopic about Bob Dylan, for him to get so silly.
Yeah, I
For him
know.
to crack, Yeah.
Yeah, he cracked.
All right,
He had to play a
that's
villain to crack in the press tour.
yeah.
That was it, Luke? Is that what you said?
That's it.
Oh, you had to popcorn.
We'll go back to Matt.
Oh, okay. I'll try not to mess it up this time. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I'm like 3/4 of the way through The Gunslinger. I'm making my way. It slowed down a lot because I've had a lot to do at work. But I've also been listening to the audiobook of East of Eden.
Oh.
And
Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants.
okay, well, you want to know what? I'm not the one who bought it on there. Katie did actually.
Okay,
'Cause she
Miss
watched the
Fancy
movie.
Pants.
She was saying that it was good. And guys, I'm the first guy to say this. John Steinbeck's a good writer.
What's
Um,
that? What's the movie with James Dean?
That
It's
one.
East of Eden. Yeah.
Oh, it's based off a book.
Yes, it is.
Are you thinking
Oh.
of Giant?
That too.
Maybe.
Um,
I was thinking of Giant. Oh.
Always thinking about Giant.
this is a really long audiobook, but I'm really enjoying myself. I think specifically Luke would like this book
Yeah,
because there's a lot of. Do you know what it's about?
No, but I was about to say Of Mice
It's
and
got a
Men is one of
killer
my
name.
yes. Of Mice and Men is one of my favorite books ever. So
Yeah.
I would think I'd like his other books.
Not only is the writing, the wording, all that really good, it has to do with a lot of brother interfamilial relationships
Yes.
and
yes.
a lot of biblical references. East of Eden.
It's called
you
East
know,
of Eden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Luke would like that, and
Okay.
I'm liking it too.
yeah, I need to read more of his.
It's
You
funny.
need to
I
read
was
that one about him and
expecting-
his dog.
Oh,
Charlie. And Me?
Charlie?
yeah.
Or no,
yeah,
no,
Scene
not
in
Charlie.
America.
Uh,
Charlie. Yeah.
Something, Charlie.
Say
I have-
Charlie?
I did. And that
It
was
is.
genuine.
That
It's
was
Charlie.
genuinely
It's
what
the-
I
That would have been a
thought
good
about
joke. I'm surprised you jumped in.
Charlie and Me.
I was expecting because it's from a long time ago, so I was like, okay, how much of this is gonna be dated? But like, and some of it was like the most beautiful prose, and then the most horrifically racist thing against Native Americans I've ever read.
Mm.
But as the book goes on, it makes me think that it was supposed to be like the perspective of a character and not his view of it, because
Like
it keeps
actual
doing this thing.
good writing.
Yeah, where I was, it keeps doing these things
Keep
where
in
I
mind,
keep
he
going,
did say possibly. He did say makes me think.
well, because he keeps doing these things where he introduces something that seems like it's gonna be like a racist trope, and he kind of like goes the other way with it and like really sheds a light on it, where it's like, oh, interesting.
When was it written?
1952, I want to say.
That was the
yeah.
same.
That's when the price
the
of
price
salt
of
came out.
salt.
That was a crazy year for literature.
Yes.
Luke, it's Travels with Charlie.
That's a good time. That's close enough. That's Charlie and me. Okay. Movies. Did I talk about Annabelle Comes Home?
Yes.
You did. You did.
Yeah. we've only watched 2 movies this week. One of them I watched by myself. That movie is a little thing called Over the Top.
Of course.
But I kept having to come tell Katie parts about it, and I was laughing a lot so she could hear parts of it. And then we watched My Neighbor Totoro yesterday.
See that. Yep.
It is exactly what it's Hayao Miyazaki. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's cute.
Yeah.
Recommend. That's it for that. Now TV. We're still watching Drag Race. We went back to another season. Having
Season?
a ball. Season 10. Because we wanted to just go from where we had been before. But having a blast with that. I have been watching the X-Files like crazy.
What episode?
Okay.
Or I think we're
I
at the
just-
same place.
I just finished 3.
Yeah, we're at the same place.
Kelly, I had seen the ratings, and right when you commented on "it's the best one," I was right. I watched it right afterwards, and just knowing its reputation.
I really like One Breath, which is.
I
the one
just
you're on.
watched that
The
one.
next
Yeah.
one, yeah.
I really
for
like
me.
that one.
So I'm one ahead of you, Matt.
I
One
was-
Breath is really good.
Yes,
I
love
was
that one.
floored by Ascension. Every
Oh.
second of it, I ate up. Even like the good parts that were like genuine, like really good writing, and then the parts that were like Mulder stunt double is so obviously a stunt double. I love that. It's so
That's
good.
also-
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
sorry, Mark. But like, that's also the one where he like fully commits felonies.
Oh, that's like,
He's upset.
you know how we always talk about him in a monotone? That's like the joke here. Katie could hear it, and she's like, "Oh, he raised his voice." I was like, "Yeah, he's because he strangled someone."
It's 'cause threatening people with guns.
Solid.
He's always.
I just call that spicy Mulder when he gets going real crazy.
Mhm.
Those are always
Yeah.
the best parts of the seasons. Is when he
Yeah.
gets it's Spicy Mulder. Yes.
When he
can tell.
should not keep his job.
He has
Yes.
more than one day of beard growth. You're like, oh,
Oh,
man,
that's-
you're
Yes!
real. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Matt and Mark, but Luke. I think One Breath. No, it was 3. So Matt, you've seen it, where he was like, "No, I don't sleep anymore." It's so funny.
How can he sleep? How the things he's seen, you know? Yeah.
Scully's missing and he's boning some vampire. Anyway, that's something you got to look forward to, Mark.
He's in space right now. Maybe.
You guys know why? I heard why they had to like leave Dana out of a couple of
Oh.
episodes.
She's pregnant.
pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize
She's always
that until I
sitting
saw that,
down.
and I was like, oh,
She's
yeah,
sitting down or doing an autopsy with the table covering her stomach this whole season.
that makes sense.
And then she gets kidnapped.
This season is crazy so far.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was not.
So
ready
you've seen
for the
Baby.
level.
You've
that it
seen
stepped up.
Baby.
Oh, from Host? Absolutely. I know Baby.
And you've met Evil Baby. Alex
Yeah.
Kruger.
Okay, one of my favorite things in Ascension was how obvious he was being about his duplicity. Just like real over the top, like I'm an evil guy. Yeah.
I love it.
It's so good.
What
Um,
I especially love about him is when he's introduced and he's so bad at befriending Mulder.
Oh, so bad. So bad.
I love that he's like just as awkward as him, but like their intentions are so different.
Yes. Yes.
And the last thing I'll say on that episode is using Red Right
Red
Hand
Right Hand.
2 years before Scream did.
Mhm.
What a
Yeah.
flex.
Sick.
Yeah.
It was
Also
so good.
Sleepless Tony Todd.
Tony, how did I
That was a
forget
good
Tony Todd?
episode too.
And did you
Also,
know
Blood was really good.
Blood was good.
the first? Yeah, this season has been really good so
Everything but 3.
Yeah.
far. It has its charm. I kind of
No,
loved how
no.
bad it was.
Well, exactly. That's the charm about X-Files is that some episodes are straight up bad.
It's just so.
And that's what makes the show so
It feels
good.
like it's written by a different person.
So good.
Well, probably was.
Oh.
That was probably
yes.
they didn't give it to.
Did
The
you
good-
guys know that Final Destination was written
Mhm.
as an X Files episode?
Yeah.
So that's why I think that's probably why Tony Todd's in it because
That
he was
makes
in
sense.
X Files. He has that relationship. It's so fun.
The writers of Final Destination wrote Home, I believe. The band
Oh,
one
shit.
is
Ooh.
really good.
Season
Season 4,
4?
episode 2. Yes.
I'm
um,
excited.
That one is
Who?
one of the best of the whole show. And I think
It's really
they did that one.
What a flex to air that so early in the season. You ease people in with episode 1 and then you hit them with home.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah, Glenn Morgan and James Wong.
Yes,
Yeah.
them. I think.
Oh,
that's
I
all-
tend to love their episodes.
So
like
they're
when I
good.
love an episode, it's usually their names that come up.
Yeah.
them and Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, Vince.
And there's another one I forgot, but those were the fan favorites. That's what's
I
kind
see
of cool
why.
that I liked about it was you could tell like when the episode would start and I'd be like, yeah, this is a Vince Gilligan
one's re-
episode.
Because it's
Or- yeah.
Mulder centric.
Yeah, yeah. or it's one of the silly ones, and then like okay.
And then Paper Hearts, which
And
is
then
so
one of the-
silly.
One of the like one of my favorites of the whole show that isn't silly. Yeah. Okay.
I can't explain how gooped I feel whenever it says anything but the truth is out there.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's like-
god. Deny everything.
When it said deny everything, I had to like yell across the apartment.
Trust
be like,
no one.
you wouldn't believe what it said. You know.
That was crazy.
It's really good. Yeah. I feel bad that I didn't get to it sooner because I'm like, I really, really am enjoying this. So sorry, Luke. You
It
were
is
telling
what
me
it
Sorry,
about this
I apologize
so
to
long
Kelly. She's been trying to get
yeah,
us to watch
sorry,
this.
Kel.
Well, I haven't been able to watch a lot because I've been pet sitting.
Ah,
Oh, and also, guess what?
what?
Luke,
Oh.
I'm pet sitting again. Until I move. Anyway, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I think I'm done. So I think I'll popcorn to you.
Okay. First movie I watched of the new year was Nosferatu again.
Nice.
After hitting a car.
After hitting the car. Okay.
After hitting a car. Then I watched The Lighthouse, which is just the diva off of the millennium, which is also so Banshees of Inisherin in that it's the middle school girl experience. That is the middle school girl friendship. That's what it feels like. It is a
Which
war
one
zone.
was more accurate to that, Banshees or Lighthouse?
See, it's the same. Like Banshees was more like realistic what happens.
I see.
Lighthouse is more like the internal battle.
Okay,
But
I
feel
understand.
like-
I understand.
Yes, yeah. Basically, what I'm saying. It's the same movie,
Okay.
but one is just from a surrealist perspective of your
Oh my
subconscious.
gosh, the seagull is the
Yeah.
donkey.
Who? Yeah. Anyway. So, are we the only ones who've seen Banshees?
Yeah,
I haven't.
really
Oh,
have.
okay.
I did not think about that before. We'll watch it soon. I'll pick it maybe sometime.
Please don't.
You won't.
It's a really good movie, but I don't feel like talking about it for 2 hours. So upsetting.
We'll talk about it for 45 minutes. Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
we
point,
really
good point.
don't talk about it for 2 hours.
Good point. Good point. Okay. So then I watched Lighthouse and I watched The Witch for the first time, which I had never seen The Witch.
How'd you feel?
I love The Witch.
Yeah.
I do think it's so funny because right before I was like telling Luke, I was like, Hollywood's getting too comfortable with killing kids. And then I watched the Witch and I'm like 5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars heart.
But I like when they do it that way.
Yeah. I really like The Witch. I want to watch The Northman now because
Yeah.
at first when it first came out, because it's more action than horror, it wasn't really high on my radar, but like I just like how he makes movies. So
Yeah.
I really want to watch The Northman now. I think
Totally.
so far my order is The Lighthouse, Nosferatu, The Witch, but all of them are 5 stars heart. 5 stars
That's
heart.
same for me.
Yeah. Okay. Then Luke, what did we watch?
I didn't process. I should have looked at Kelly's letterbox before.
What? Oh, I actually logged
Oh.
stuff.
The Witch review for The Witch is the mom deserved it.
She did.
Terrible
What a
review.
massive
What the lie?
cunt.
What the lie?
Oh yeah, and The Lighthouse is just like staged.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so staged.
So yeah, then we watched
It's
Football
funny.
Town, obviously, for maybe the 100th time. Okay, and then I watched for the very first time, truly a cinematic experience, Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
How'd you feel?
I have not seen Spider-Man. I have not seen Spider-Man 2. I will I know I'll like.
Yes.
I'm being so serious right now.
Okay.
I think it's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I loved every second of that movie. And it was like 2.5 hours.
It's long.
There was
Yeah.
so much going on, and like pick a struggle. My God, there needed to be one storyline, and they had 10.
Yep.
There was
There's so
Carrie,
many
Carrie,
things
who I
happening.
had no context of who he was beforehand,
Yes.
was really bad, and then he had amnesia and had the IQ of like a toddler, and then he was bad again, but then he was good at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And Topher Grace with bleached hair praised for Tobey Maguire's to praise for Peter Parker's death, like desperately in a church before he even knows he's
Yes, yes,
Spider-Man,
that's the good. That's
before he's even Venom. It's so good. There's so much to talk about. I love Flint Marko and his androgynous child.
Oh yeah.
I love him. Honestly, genuinely, the sand scene, beautiful.
very good. Yes.
Very beautiful.
Honestly, genuinely really good. There was a lot of really good stuff. And then there was also like such good stuff. Like I'm in the process of making a shirt with the picture of Spider-Man beating up 2 hooligans with their own motorcycle. It's just a picture that apparently got taken by Peter Parker, which I still don't understand how that works. But he's beating them up with their own motorcycles. Okay. I got Willem Dafoe's voice and a little Willem Dafoe, and that is always welcome. I love him so much. Oh man. Mark, what's your problem? Why you hate Aunt May?
I don't hate Aunt May in the third one. I hate it, it's a thing in the second
So,
one, the most one.
Luke
most-
tells me.
Yeah.
Luke told
It's
me
ju-
that
I
basically-
just go
Wait,
intense
wait.
with it.
This
for
is
no
how
reason.
Luke recounted it. Luke said that Peter says he's responsible for Uncle Ben's death, and Aunt May doesn't disagree and walks
Yeah,
out.
She
right.
just walks
That's right.
away.
Yeah.
She walks away and doesn't talk to him for like an hour of the movie. lets him feel the guilt.
We haven't even talked about Toby. Not Toby. I love Toby. I love everything he does in this movie. We haven't even talked about Peter. Peter is what a beautifully written character. What an incredible. You know what? I also okay. He does. What was really funny is at the beginning of the movie, I went, I thought Peter was a worse boyfriend, and Luke went, wait.
Just wait. Just wait.
Just wait.
Just wait.
He's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting that. Go ahead, Luke.
It's just really good. He's clueless about every
He
single thing.
kisses somebody else in front of everybody, in front of his girlfriend, and is so confused why she's upset at him.
So confused. He has no
Also-
fucking idea why she's upset
But
about
he
it.
forgot it happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she
He was
approaches him
like-
at dinner,
No,
and he's just
because
like, "It's fine.
him
Like
and
MJ's
Spider-Man
not
are
gonna
two
be."
different people. Like that wasn't him. That literally wasn't him. And then Harry and MJ had a very much needed girls' night,
Yes.
and then they kissed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Luke and I had zero reaction to it whatsoever. It was like it didn't happen.
Yep.
He's
The omelet
I-
scene is so good. Oh.
the omelet. He dancing so okay. I think the best performance of anything I've ever seen is when Venom is taking control of Peter Parker.
Oh yeah.
It was beautiful. Also, he should have not been allowed in that restaurant ever again. After what he did in there.
And for life.
I don't know why he was allowed back in, or why he got his girlfriend back.
No.
MJ
So-
deserved better, and better was not Harry.
No.
She should have gone with Gwen.
Yes,
They
that's
already
Absolutely.
switched natural hair colors. They should have
They
gotten
did.
together.
Oh.
Yeah, in real life they have the opposite
Yeah.
hair colors. It was strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said that the ending was like the ending to La La Land, except that MJ was Sebastian,
Sebastian.
Ah. Yes.
Peter
Ah.
was Emma.
Emma Stone.
Do you think Damien Chazelle was inspired when he
Yeah.
saw Spider-Man
I
3 in
think
theaters?
everybody was inspired by Spider-Man 3.
I think so.
I still am not sure quite what happened, why Eddie
ridiculous.
jumped back into so much effort to rip Eddie away from Venom, and he jumped back into the thing exploding.
Yeah.
Venom gave
So
him the
funny.
power that he lost.
And
that
I
Peter
love
took from
him. I love Eddie Brock. Okay, I don't even think that they were dating. I think that they went on a date and he thought
Yes,
that he was dating Gwen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she
100%.
almost dies off of a building and he's like laughing, taking pictures of it.
That was
They're,
crazy because
uh,
it's also her dad, and they're just like kind of
Yeah.
chilling there.
Who's
And he's
James
like,
Cromwell?
I know.
Elizabeth Banks is in this movie, guys.
She's in all
She's in
three.
all
Not
three.
about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aw,
She's-
that's
she's,
sick.
Betsy. Mark. Was she
Betsy
the
is
first love interest?
Peter's first love interest in the
I
comics.
thought it was Betty.
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 Yes. And
Uh,
Betty is then in Ned's girlfriend in the new ones. Like, it's the
Oh,
same
that's right.
character.
Yes.
But it was Peter's first love interest. It was just not very popular compared to like MJ and Gwen, their
Got it.
relationship with Peter. But she was the first one in like the OG comics that I was reading. It was Betty. Which is why they have like a flirty thing. I don't know if it's in this movie, right, where he's like
It's in
flirting.
this one.
Yeah.
Only when he's
Oh yeah,
Was
it's
flirting
because
with
he's
them.
Venom. But it's also so funny because when he's Venom, he's still a psychopath, but more just like the normal psychopath where he's an asshole. And then Eddie gets possessed and immediately is like, I'm gonna kill everybody.
He was praying for Peter's death when he was
Yes,
just
before he
himself.
even-
Well,
because of something he did. He fully photoshopped that picture.
He's just mad he got caught.
everyone talks about the dancing on the street, but the dancing in the club is crazier to me.
Right.
He should have been
When he's like
Prison
snapping, does he
for
say dig
life.
on this?
Yeah, dig on.
Dig
this.
Dig
on
on
this.
this.
Dig on.
when he's playing the piano. Dig on.
That was I think that's
That-
crazy.
That is crazy. That and another line have become like just stuck in my head where randomly throughout the day I'll be
Your
like,
eye.
yep, it's
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Why? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I like
He's gonna like
the I like the you want forgiveness, get religion.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
good.
No, but there's some sick stuff like him in the black suit sitting on
Yes.
top of a chapel.
Yes, it's
That's
good.
good.
Cool.
But
Well, that's the
also
poster.
not-
That's like the poster for a reason.
I don't
Yeah.
quite understand why loud noises
Nope,
defeat Venom.
don't worry about it.
Don't question it.
Don't-
Don't question it.
Okay.
They never. It's
But
not
it's
a thing.
really good, guys. I love Spider-Man 3.
We
Spider-Man.
also
He has a
love
police
Spider.
scanner.
Luke and I watched Spider-Man 3 almost more than any of the others growing up. Like there's a
Yeah.
special place for Spider-Man 3. Well, and one the VHS is
one was the
worn
best, yeah.
down,
One-
but the DVD for 3.
He has a police scanner in his
Yep.
shitty little apartment, and MJ comes to visit him and tells him to please turn it off, and he turns it down, but he doesn't turn it off, and
That's
it
before
is
Venom.
so
That's
rude.
pre-Venom.
That's pre.
That's just Peter being an awful boyfriend.
And
Mark.
he's already kissed someone else in front of her.
Yes. yes.
Is it
What's the problem?
Is it true that Venom wasn't supposed to be in it? I think
Yeah,
I read
Venom
that
was
somewhere.
studio forced
Okay,
Venom into
that
it,
That makes
which is
sense
why it's like
because
a
it came out
so-
of nowhere.
the end of Spider-Man 2 is
It's so
basically
good.
setting up New Goblin, but then they give him
Yep.
amnesia because it was too cluttered,
New
and so they
Goblin.
stop. That's why he's like in the beginning and end.
What was
It's because they
the
had to do
point?
Venom, or they want to do
What was the-
Venom, and like the studio did.
It's so funny because there's no point of him losing his memory if he just becomes New Goblin.
So
again.
that's what I'm saying. Is like that was I'm
just,
pretty
like,
sure
remembers it
it was
all.
supposed to be Sandman and New Goblin, but then they said it has to be Venom, and then
There's
so
much
they
happening.
yeah, he was just like, okay, for an hour and a half of this movie, he's not gonna be New Goblin because he's not gonna remember, and then at the end, he's gonna be New Goblin.
He just likes to make omelets and dance. Okay.
So, like,
They just
like
so cluttered.
regaining his memory made him a pervert.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
with MJ, but then he was good again, and he was like 6 years old. My best friends.
What
Uh,
what's
that's
confusing
also
is
gets
both of the
my-
first two movies only have one villain, and then this one was
So
gonna have
so
two,
many.
and the studio forced
There's
a
three
third.
because it's Spider-Man 3.
So it's just like, but the first two only had one each.
no,
So
because
it's
Venom
weird.
doesn't make any sense. Why is that happening?
Also, I don't know how it just falls from a meteor that lands that close to them, and his spider sense doesn't tingle or anything. Or also,
I'm questioning it.
the most powerful person we assume in this universe, because we don't know of other superheroes, it lands right next to him. I don't know.
It happens,
question that.
dude.
It's fine.
We've all
Don't
been there.
think about it too much.
It's so good. Oh man. Oh, there was something else. There's something really important about that movie that I forgot.
I'll come back.
Oh well. Really good. Really good movie that I love. Spider-Man 3. And then we watch. Whoa. Hold on, give me a second. Someone fill the air.
I'm working on a
also-
thumbnail for the YouTube video, but you
No
guys can't see
way.
it till the end. I
Okay.
actually did a thumbnail.
No
I'm
way.
impressed.
Yeah, I'm trying to do.
You know what?
something.
Maybe you'll be good at being unemployed.
Well, that's part
I
of
certainly
it. That's
am.
part of it. Is like now that I want to put effort into like other things, and so
Yeah.
now I'm like, oh, maybe I should try a little bit more because I want to do
love
certain
it.
things. So
I love it. Can I forgot to mention I finally watched I Love Sports, and I thought
Oh.
that-
Yes,
Incredible.
yes. Have you
When-
seen
The
Two Guys?
t-shirt.
We're two guys? Just two guys.
no, I have
Guys,
not.
How about We'll Kill You? That's my
We'll
favorite.
Kill You
I have
is
not
also
seen
really
that either.
good. There's a fourth one that I forgot the name of, but I'll tell you later.
Well, when in the middle of me watching We Love Sports, Katie asked me if it was Freaky Farley, and I was like, no, it's Lonely Island.
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
That's
yeah,
great.
I was like, I understand why you would think that. Yeah, for sure.
I also forgot to say I'm caught up on Abbott. I think actually
Yeah,
no, I'm not.
I was-
not you haven't watched.
Not
No,
more.
I just
And it's
watched the
just-
new episode.
I
is
need to
it.
watch it. I'm watching it probably later tonight or
The
tomorrow.
culmination
Really
of
good.
everything.
Okay.
I know.
I'm so
Really good.
excited. We went to watch it yesterday, not realizing it we were a day early, and I got so upset that I just started packing and watching nothing instead.
Wow.
Wall instead.
Yes, I'm caught up on Abbott. It's really, really good. Mom, Dad, and I for dinner. I haven't seen the show, and I know I'll love it, and I do love it. So we started watching it. Only Murders in the Building.
Oh,
I can't believe like I haven't been watching it this whole time.
It's so silly.
I just needed a Cadillac. Oh yeah, it's already so silly, and I love it, and I love them, and I love when old men are silly.
Did you see it was like a behind the scenes at the Golden Globes. It was just like in between, and Selena Gomez was showing Martin Short her engagement ring, and he was exactly like the old queen you want him to be, who was just like gawking at it, you know? I was like, man, I
Ooh,
love
someone's
it.
been watching RuPaul's Drag Race. No, I love them. I love that they're still just as silly as they have been their whole lives. So I love that. X-Files, I just watched One Breath. So, yep. Which really not as good as the episode before that.
Yep.
And today I watched Over the Top, which I was disturbed by the lack of stars and hearts from all three of you,
We'll
because
get to it.
that was a beautiful and profound experience that I witnessed today. Okay, oh, I forgot. Yesterday it snowed here all
Whoa.
day.
Really?
It snowed here
Luke, you
all
just
day.
left. Oh, oh, eat shit, Luke.
Eat shit. Oh my
It
god.
is what it is. It is what it is.
It snowed all day. It was sticking to the ground and everything.
It
It was so much snow.
Luke, you could have been Girl in
So-
Snow.
I put it.
Is that a good thing?
No, it's not a good thing. No.
No,
But
I
could've
figured
been,
not.
I could have been reading Girl in Snow while it
In
was
snow.
snowing.
So, I got the heavy mid-afternoon slumpies. So I put in Dead Poets Society on VHS on my
Oh,
new
boy.
TV
while it was snowing?
while it was
Oh.
snowing outside. So I watched
Oh.
that, and I started crying before it even started. And I was like, I was supposed to be taking a nap, and instead I gave myself more emotional trauma.
Yeah, for sure.
Such a good movie. I love that
Such a good
movie. On
movie.
VHS, there's no way when that movie came out VHS, people could tell Charlie and Knox apart. There was no goddamn way on VHS quality. And then for music, Ethel Kane released her new album yesterday, which is for the real freaks. There's, yeah, for the real freaks. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but I'm making my way through. It's an experience.
who
It's
this
supposed
is.
to be.
Who-
You should listen
who is-
to Ethel Kane. You should just look her up.
Will do. Speaking
Anyway,
of which, Joey,
yeah.
Orville Peck was a guest
Yes.
judge on RuPaul's Drag Race, so I was
Have
like,
you
"Hey, I
listened
know
to
who
him
he
yet?
is." Well, he sang a song on the show, so I
But,
heard
like,
that.
Which song?
I haven't heard any outside of that. It was a song I think they wrote.
Oh, I
Him
see.
and two other people wrote like for Drag Race.
I
Um,
listened to Daytona Sand.
That's Luke's favorite.
I will. I promise I'll listen to it sometime between now and the end of my life.
Cool.
Please.
I don't. I don't have a timeline.
That might be it. That might be it. Really excited to talk about Over the Top.
Okay, I'll go quick.
Am investing, even though I have a car to pay for to fix, but I am investing in an Over the Top muscle T-shirt at this very second.
You should.
That's good. That's really good.
Am I my turn?
Yes.
Are you left?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay. Shows. I don't think we watch any Teen Wolf.
Oh my god.
So Trinity's been extremely sick. She's finally getting
Oh, no.
better. But like it was like laying on the couch watching me play video games, like just staring at the screen, her eyes closed the entire weekend, like eye aches all weekend.
Damn.
It was really bad. So we just decided to do Pixar marathon, which is why
Nice.
back and forth. So no TV because of that. We didn't want to watch anything that like she actually had to pay attention to too much.
Yeah.
But last night we finished season 1 of Righteous Gemstones, so because she was feeling better.
Oh my
So
God.
that's the only TV, and then Abbott we're gonna do.
What were Trini's thoughts on the diner scene? The infamous diner scene.
It's one of those where
Outback Steakhouse scene.
it's one of those where I just get stared at, of like because I'm laughing, and it's like, why are you showing me this? You know, like not she
I feel like
likes
that's
the
the whole
show,
show.
but
That's every episode.
you can't hold this against her. But she hates Judy. She hates.
I will hold it
wow.
against her.
She's the best character in the whole show.
I know she hates Judy. She's okay with BJ, but she didn't want him to be with Judy.
Oh my god, but they're
I know.
made for each
I'm trying to explain
made
it.
for
I'm
each
just
other.
leaving it at that now. She loves Keith.
yeah, it's
Of
hard
course
not
she
to
does.
love Keith.
Yes. So, but she enjoys it, and she was glad like that Jesse came clean rather than like
And got shot in the ass.
yes. So like
Well,
We'll
the way
see.
he came clean too was really good.
It
Right?
was really
Yes.
good with the kids.
honestly,
Yeah.
best method he could have, best way he could have done it. I think that's the only TV. Hi.
Wait,
Hi.
hi Trini.
Kelly's
We
mad
hear
at
you
you
love
for-
Judy.
Kelly is
No,
mad at you
no.
for not liking Judy.
Okay, listen.
No, I hear you love Judy.
Listen. Have you seen the show?
Yeah, I've all seen it.
She's not good.
She's so
I
funny.
don't like Judy.
Like,
It's number
She's
one.
a really good person.
Ever 4.
she said she's a really good person.
What about Baby Billy?
Do you like Baby Billy?
She would despise. Yeah.
She said he's okay.
What about Gideon?
Oh, Gideon.
What about
He's
Gideon?
actually a good guy, kind of.
No, I like Gideon.
She likes Gideon.
Yeah, he's the best.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah. You like Aunt Tiffany?
Aunt Tiffany!
Judy.
And
She likes her better than Judy. So you like everyone better than Judy.
Judy's awful.
She's so funny. Okay. That's how all of our conversations have gone around the show. No other TV. books, I've just been reading The Stand. I'm 205 pages in right now.
Nice.
you
Luke,
can
thank you for
start.
letting me borrow your copy. I don't get headaches reading it.
That's good.
So,
Thank goodness.
I'm really enjoying it so far. It is definitely a lot of buildup, but I actually really like it. Like 200 pages, another book, I'd be almost done. But I feel like it's been flying by. So I feel like I'm really into the writing style of this. I know I like Stephen King writing style anyway, but the most recent one that I read was The Institute, and I wasn't feeling that way. So
Okay.
I am glad that I'm into it. But that's it for that. I've been playing a lot of video games. By a lot, it's like 2, but a lot of hours into them.
Right.
Because when Trinity was sick too, I was trying to play Resident Evil 4 because Resident Evil is more difficult than the games I usually play. And I've heard Resident Evil 4 is like influenced a lot of stuff like The Last of Us, stuff like that. And they made a remake of it because it was a PS3 game. I started playing the remake that they just did. It was like fully made new, so it looks like a new game. It's just the same story beats and everything. It was really good, and there's a lot of puzzles in it, and I'm usually terrible at puzzles, but I'm trying to become better at like games like this rather than just breezing by it. And I really liked it, and the bosses were extremely difficult. But I got through it, and I just kept doing it because Astrobot taught me to just keep going. But I really liked it, except I'm going to put a review eventually. I just haven't gotten to it. There's like 2 female characters, and one of them is just like showing up sometimes, and the other one I did not like the portrayal of like her. It was damsel in distress the entire time, and like it was just not the best portrayal of like your only woman character essentially. But I know in Resident Evil 2 that it's like not like that, and they have a woman character that's like the complete opposite. Does like is the main character and actually does the stuff like, and acts like a human person. So
Look at me like a human boy.
it's interesting because I also know that Resident Evil 3 is like that as well, as far as I know from what I've heard. But then Resident Evil 4 is not. So it's not like it's a franchise problem, but this game had that problem. So that's the only issue I had with it, with the gameplay and like the stuff that was happening with Leon. It was really good. It was just like, even like Trini was watching it, it was just like every time it was like, and then they had one level where, cause he's like action hero, like ex-cop, but he's been training for all this, and so he does all this stuff and he's trying to save her. That's the whole plot. There's one time where she has to go save him, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be the turn of her arc. And then she does save him, but then immediately after, it just goes back to she gets taken, he has to go save her, and she acts the exact same way of like damsel in distress. Like they just didn't portray it very well.
It's almost like just like a token, like, okay, here, now you have to have a moment, and now we're gonna go back to
Now
the
it's
way we
like,
want you to
yeah,
behave.
it was not the best portrayal for Ashley.
I got
but I defeated it, and I didn't have to go down to easy. I just kept doing it till I beat the game. So I was proud of myself for that. Then I started playing Resident Evil 2, but that one's all puzzles. I got past the level I could never get past, and now I'm on the second level, but then I'm stuck. But I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm stuck, but I'm gonna keep going. So
Did you just say I got past the level I couldn't get past, and now I'm on level 2?
yes,
Okay.
there's not levels. It's like a map, and then you get past one section. So it's not.
Oh, okay.
You get past one section, and then you can go down. And I was like, oh shoot, I like finished that section. And then you find when you go down in the police station, you unlock a stairwell that brings you back up to the police station. So I'm back in the police station, but now I have more that I can unlock in the police station.
Okay.
My brain is just. People who play these games, especially on like the PS2 graphics, they're built different. I don't know what's going on with those guys, but I'm trying to learn. I think that's it. It was just a lot of, because I finished I think I put 18 hours into Resident Evil 4, and I did that in like a week. So it was a lot of like playing. Okay, and then movies. So the first one we did, Trini chose Elemental because she had seen it and I didn't.
Okay.
It was cute. I liked it. I think it was a good movie. It'd be like a mid-tier Pixar movie for me. maybe on the a little bit of lower end, but I like almost all Pixar movies. So, but it was good. Then I showed her Soul because she'd never seen Soul. And that movie
Oh,
is
That's
so
a great
good.
movie.
That's what started tonight's watch.
Yes, it did. Wow.
I really like. It's really good. Then she chose Monsters Inc. because I constantly tell her how good Monsters Inc. is, and she has seen it, but she always says it's okay. And then I keep telling her how amazing it is, so she turned it on, and she said it was better than what she remembered. And that's the only thing she said about it. I kept being like, "But isn't it like the best?"
The best Pixar movie of all time. Yeah, I
It
would agree
is.
with that.
It is.
I would agree with
Mark, let me tell you, that was on the TV on our honeymoon, and we sat there and watched the whole movie, and
It's
I
so-
cried, and
it's
I was
so
like,
good.
"This is a good use of time."
It's so
okay,
good.
that's a good movie.
Um,
Kitty.
and then she had never seen Toy Story 4. So we watched Toy Story 4, which I think that movie's underrated. I like that movie. And
I've
then
never seen it.
she thought it was
Neither have
okay. To me, it makes sense because it's like Toy Story 3 was like. To me, it seems like this plot was always going to happen because Bo Peep intentionally is not there in 3, and this is about Woody finding Bo Peep. So I feel like they was kind of setting it up in the third one for this to happen,
Interesting.
but people like took 3 as like the ending. But I think this was always supposed to happen. I don't.
As
I have
someone
fun
who
with it.
hasn't seen the fourth, 3 definitely felt like the finale.
Yes, for sure, and it sets it up that way. But like, they intentionally like leave her out and mention that she got put it like.
Kidnapped?
So unless they were just like, we don't want to use that character, but to me it like made sense for him to go find because he
Or
was
were they
like
just
in love
leaving
with
an
Bo Peep.
opening if they wanted
Maybe,
to do a fourth,
maybe.
and they wanted to do a fourth?
Yeah, potentially, but I don't like it as much as 3 or 1. I think I might like. I'm just
More
not
than
a big
2?
2. I'm not a big 2 fan. Like I rewatched it a couple years ago, and I never watched it that much as a kid, and like I still wasn't feeling it that much. I think it's just like I can't. It's just not. It doesn't
Wait.
hit the same way for me.
He eats
Sure.
Cheetos.
What, Luke?
There's Cheetos.
There's Cheetos.
They're very
They're
cheesy.
good,
Cheetos.
yeah.
Very cheesy movie. That's what I remember as a kid. Oh, jeez.
Well, I feel like that. I guess Toy Story is not a trilogy anymore, but when it was, it fit the same formula as the High School Musical trilogy, where it's
Right.
like the first one that started it all, the underrated second one, and then the absolute batshit crazy third
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So to me, I like 4 more than 2, but that's just like, I know 2. I just can't get into 2 as much, and I didn't like it as a kid. I think the Chicken Man scared me. I don't know, but
What about Woody's Roundup?
I like Woody's Roundup. I
Woody's
like the
Roundup.
movie still. I still think it's a good movie, like a top echelon of Pixar movies, but it's my least favorite Toy Story. All of them
I
are
say
better than
Woody's
Cars.
Roundup around the house.
Woody's Roundup is good. But I think Toy Story 4 is underrated. I think people hate on it too much. I like it, but I did not like Lightyear too much when I went and saw it.
Oh, people hate that.
Yeah, well, I thought it was fine, but I was kind of bored and sleepy, and
Oh.
like it dragged
Never a good
in the
sign.
middle. I don't feel that way with the other Toy Stories. So, and then Luke and I watched Sonic. That's a good flick. I liked it when I watched it by myself, but I liked it
fast.
so much
Fast.
more when I watched it with Luke. And then I reminded Luke of the part in Jury Duty where he was like, "Hey, aren't you that guy from Sonic?" And that's just a real interaction with him.
Yeah.
Mark. So in Sonic, the design was different before
Yes,
movie,
yes.
and he
Famously.
looked worse. And so then they changed it. But
Right.
there are points in the movie where the eye line
makes
doesn't quite
no-
match
yeah.
because Sonic was
Supposed to be
taller.
taller.
He also got something on his hand, and it stuck on there because Mark said in the original design it wasn't gloves like it is in the video game.
It's like white hair.
Oh. And so there's a point where there's a bomb stuck on his hand, and he doesn't take off his glove.
Because
Oh.
like the original thing was it was on his hand. So there's like funny parts. Yeah, there's or like the shoe, like someone gives
Yeah.
him like human regular size shoes and it's like very obvious, and when he puts it on it's like way fatter because the design changed to be like fatter shoes. Because the original
That's
design
just
was like he was just looked like a hedgehog. So it was like white paws,
Mhm.
white feet, and then he put on like regular size sneakers, but they changed it to like fatter sneakers, and it's definitely better. It's definitely better with what they changed it to. But there's weird parts of the first movie where it's like very obviously they changed something here, which makes it better.
Yes, it does.
That's a great time, guys. That if you're watching that with someone, that's just a blast. Okay,
Well, and
the whole
so
Sonic's awesome. He just wants friends. He just is trying his best to have friends. That's the whole plot.
So apparently, Sonic 2 people like more than 1, and Sonic 3 actually has great ratings.
Yeah, it's like Return of the King.
It's like Return of the King.
Yeah.
I like that Jim Carrey is having the time of his life. There's many parts where I don't find it funny, but he's having the time of his life. So, like, at least he's just vibing. And he was like gonna retire, but then he came back for Sonic 3, but didn't come back for anything else.
It's like Brad Dourif with Chucky now. He just comes
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, so he just does Sonic,
Exactly.
and Ben Schwartz wants to do 10 Sonic movies. So,
Yes, Ben Schwartz is the Vin Diesel. This is like his Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Ben Schwartz. Someone said they wanted to do 10 Sonic movies. Maybe it was Jeff Fowler, who's the director of all 3. I don't know.
Okay, Ben Schwartz would do 10.
I do think it was Ben Schwartz. Also, mad respect, just with like the fact that people hated the design and they spent all that money and time to do it, and now it's like people love this. People like the second one and love the third one, and it's like it would have just died on release for sure because the internet just went crazy. I think it with how cool Sonic is, it would have been good anyway.
You know
But-
what's actually crazy? Bullying worked.
Yes.
It did.
Well, and people went and supported the movie because Jeff Fowler tweeted, he's like, I hear you guys, we're working on fixing it. He's like,
Yeah.
because that never happens with studios too, but he worked with Sega because Sega was also funding and helping with the movie, and Sega didn't want their character to be butchered. So
Right.
he ended up making it work, and then people loved him for it. So, you know,
Respect.
it's crazy because it never happens that way usually. So, I'm so excited for Knuckles.
Yeah,
Because I have no
I
idea.
had a whole miniseries.
Idris Elba.
That's 3
Mad
hours.
respect for him doing that Paramount Plus original. Because what are you
that-
doing?
That miniseries runtime, I think, is less than Return of the King.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
6 episodes that are 30 minutes. Of a
Yeah.
movie.
That's still 3 hours, which
They
I'm
got to do
assuming is
CGI,
longer
yes.
than the Sonic movies.
That is
Oh, yeah,
true.
yeah,
There's-
that's
it's
two
two,
Sonic
two Sonic movies.
2 Sonic
of
movies.
Knuckles.
The only reason it's a show is because they wanted to make a 3-hour Knuckles movie.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
Please don't.
It's a whole epic.
I didn't realize it was him and a side character from the first one as like a side
Yeah.
mission, which makes me so excited. So that's the plan tomorrow is back to back with the and Tails. Oh, Tails is so cool. All right, you guys got to watch Sonic. Highly recommend. Highly recommend that. And we'll see how 3 is, and then right after Sonic, we watched Over the Top.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so we just
Over the
finished our recap in an hour
Wait.
and 12.
Wait,
Wait.
Mark, are you done?
Yeah, that was Luke.
I missed something.
Okay,
Also,
did
Matt,
I.
go ahead.
I also missed something. It's the thing that Katie and I have been watching almost the most, so I don't know how I forgot it. We're almost done with season 4 of Sunny.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So we are deep
oh,
into
season 4 is really good. Also 5.
The next episode is The Nightman Cometh.
nice.
So
Wait,
we're
so
in
you're
for-
at the end.
yes, like the very end of season 4.
You guys
Oh,
watched
I
Dream
see.
Home Makeover Edition.
Yes,
You're
we
getting to
did.
5.
Yes, I got to Pepe Sylvia, all that. So she's getting some of the references I think now that
Yeah.
I'd make sometimes.
What's so funny? Okay, because we just watched the last Abbott episode,
Yeah.
I was trying to explain a reference that they made in the show to Sunny.
Yeah.
I had to explain the entire plot of McPoyles versus Ponderosa.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, this is insane to explain to somebody. Come on,
It's
Dad.
a
And
multi-season
I had
arc.
to start at, like the entire episode. I had
Yes.
to explain to them. It was insane. The Sunny plots are wild.
It makes sense.
What'd you forget, Kelly?
Well, first of all, Spider-Man 3.
Oh my god.
Bruce Campbell
Oh,
as an
yes.
overeager, very strange French waiter.
So there's
Did they-
if you watch them in
MJ,
order,
I know he's in all of them.
but if you watch it in
as
order, it gets
different
crazier. But so it's gonna get less crazy as you
Aw,
watch.
damn. But
Or no, you're watching the
because-
first. Second one's a good
don't-
one.
What?
Yes,
I just want
the
to see
second one was
him.
good. Yeah.
he took MJ storming off, obviously visibly upset, as the cue to bring the ring in. He was like, Peter was like, I'll wave you over. And he took her storming out. He was like, now.
Yeah, his scenes get increasingly longer with each movie.
It was so strange. I love him. Also, the most important thing, last night, Maya and I finished Until Dawn.
Oh,
my
nice.
We finished, and we actually could have done so much worse.
Nice.
Oh,
We
that's
kind
what
of we fucked up a little bit at the end, but we only killed 2 people.
good.
Which
Yeah.
it could have been so much worse.
Chalk it up
There
to
was-
collateral.
I
Mhm.
yeah, I cannot for the life of me. We all know this. Aim and shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it, and I won't. But I am good at the QTEs.
Yeah.
So I always had the goddamn controller in both games that we played. Whenever the the character with the intense chase scene happens, where there's like a million QTEs, I always had the controller. And I got all of those, and I
Wow.
saved her ass. And then there was at one point where Hayden Panettiere was trying to climb a cliff, and I could not get the QTEs for the life of me.
Oh no.
Like, I
Oh.
got all of the super quick ones during the chase. I could not get her to climb this cliff, and she just kept falling down. It was the same shot of her falling down. It was so funny. I think it was because I knew she wasn't in immediate danger, so subconsciously I was just like, eh. But it was so dumb.
Did
I
you-
could not get over this cliff.
Did you end up liking Until Dawn more or less than the core at the end?
Okay. The story of Until Dawn I liked much better than I did at 1st.
Mhm.
Like, it got crazy.
Yes.
Like certifiably insane at some point. I definitely cared much more about the characters in the quarry,
Yeah, I do.
which
think
is
they
so
did
funny
better with
because I
setting them up.
killed more of them.
Yeah, sounds right.
I definitely cared about saving the characters in the quarry, and I could not give a shit mostly about Until Dawn, and I ended up saving most of them. But yeah, they set them up much more in the quarry. So you cared when they died. I don't know. I think I still like the quarry more. I think just because I played it first.
Yeah.
Also, actually I do, because I really like the story of Until Dawn. I fucking hate the controls. I hate that I have to pick up and turn over every little thing, because in the quarry, they once you click the button, they just do it for you.
I'm curious if they changed that in the remake, because like they
It's so
changed it
frustrating.
to the quarry. So I wonder if the PS5 one is different,
Yes,
because
and
it's a
thank
full
you
remake
guys
like
for
what
it.
Resident
Because-
Evil does. So
Maya and I are very excited to play the remastered. I want to see more of the trash party at the beginning.
yeah, so it's really weird when games do like a remake instead of a remaster, because it's like they fully build the game from the ground up but just keep what's happening in it. So they did that
Oh.
with The Last of Us. They just fully redo the game. So there's Last of Us PS3, then there's Last of Us PS4, which is a remaster. So it's like the exact
it's
same game,
different?
but it
Like-
runs on PS4 and it looks nicer. And then I have Last of Us Part 1, which is a remake, which they spend like months making, of like, I'm probably years, probably, who knows, of like, they know what they're gonna do with the game, but it's a fully remade game, which is what Until Dawn did. It's not just like they
Oh,
remade
okay.
it.
Yeah, now
So,
I'm really excited.
What
then.
I heard is it's supposed to be the same, but they added even more options for stuff to
fuck.
happen, and like because they wanted to make
God
it
damn
worth the price, like, is what I'm assuming. Usually
That makes sense. Yeah.
usually it's like a little bit cheaper if they're remaking a game. It's like $50 instead of 70, which is not a big, but it's like because
I
it's
wonder
a game you've already
if-
played, it's just
I
remade.
wonder if I'll like the remake more than the quarry. Perhaps.
Maybe,
Like, I
'cause-
might like the quarry more than the original Until Dawn, but
Yeah.
maybe I'll like the remake of Until Dawn more than the quarry.
Yes.
Who knows?
Because if it was just
Um,
it's like weird, like, because remakes just started really recently, to be honest, with video games. They only started doing, they've always done remasters of like, okay, now it runs on this system and it looks a little bit better now. But they only recently started doing like, this game is fully remade. So I think Resident Evil 2 is one of the first ones to do it. Now Resident Evil did it for 3 and 4. Last of Us did it. Until Dawn did it, where it's like the studio spending time just fully remaking the game to run on the engine, not just be like a filter over it, to look a little bit nicer. So it's fully changed. Yeah.
Most important thing about our run in Until Dawn is that we saved the wolf.
Thank
The
Good,
wolf
good.
did not die.
Good.
I was freaking out during that whole part that we were about to kill the wolf. No, I had a lot of fun playing it. The controls fucking pissing me off though. So yeah, finally finished. Had a great time. That now recap over, and the movie is almost over on my screen.
Nope.
Oh my god.
10.
Yeah,
Okay.
An hour 20.
Okay. Matt,
Now
give
we're
us
10.
give us a quick
Hour 10.
give us a quick recap of what
Yeah.
over the top is
Enough.
in your own words, or you can look
Mark,
it up. Whatever.
What's our
whatever's best.
timestamp?
An hour 10:24 was
Nice.
yeah. So from 8 minutes and 5 seconds to an hour 10:24 was catch up.
That's not bad for
What
us.
was the
Just over
the
an hour.
minute to 8?
Yeah, that was just start.
Why is
it's just
that?
called
Why,
start.
you could just say from the beginning.
That's not that wasn't catch up. That was just talking.
Start.
That was talking aimlessly for 8 minutes.
Okay, over the top. Over the top. Our main character. Well, okay, I'm gonna paint the scene. We started a military academy, and we,
Yes.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, we do.
actually, you know what? No, hold back. We start with the most down-home American
12 years ago.
song that you've ever heard, and then you see the funniest trucker hat sitting atop of Sylvester Stallone's head. I laughed so goddamn hard I had to pause the movie. Okay, his name is
Yeah.
either Lincoln Hawk or
Or
Lincoln,
Lincoln
Hawk,
Hawks.
depending
Can't tell.
on the part of the movie you're
Okay.
at.
Depending
Um,
on which actor is speaking.
Yeah. He's he's a trucker. He likes driving trucks. He likes eating steaks. He likes
Yeah.
he likes
yeah.
showering
Trucks.
at truck stops.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
not even.
Not
He
even.
doesn't We don't
shower.
even see.
Doesn't show.
He likes to splash a little water under his
Yep.
pits at the truck stop. He is on his way to get his son Michael from military academy. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, what happened?
Michael's grandpa thinks he's Michael's dad essentially. So he's like, no, I don't want him
Oh.
to be with this roughneck, this blue collar trucker that
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
the poor
Because
guy.
he's evil rich man.
Because
giving Roadhouse.
Yeah, because it's 1987,
um,
and being poor means you're not working hard enough.
Okay,
Mm.
Also,
not to
he-
play devil's advocate.
wait, hold on.
No,
He's
just
the,
continue. Just don't let her. Don't even start. Don't let her start.
caseworker. He's the caseworker from Psycho 2.
Is he
Evil-
really?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, Matt, why
Why?
doesn't his mom pick him up?
Oh, because his mom is terminally ill.
that was great.
Oh, I
That
see.
reveal was
Now I
wild.
understand.
Yeah.
You
okay.
like terminally ill stepfather as well. Do I have a movie? Okay, so he has to pick him up and drive him cross country to. Was he driving him home? I can't
He
remember.
was trying
Driving
him to see his mom.
Oh,
He's
right.
driving him to see
But I
his
think that
mom.
his mom was home.
Terminally ill.
Yeah.
Right. And so, he hasn't seen his son in 10 years. I think they said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's 12. He hasn't seen him in 10 years. And so, touching story ensues. Also, there's a lot of arm wrestling.
So this entire movie's a road trip movie?
It's a road trip, buddy, father-son arm wrestling movie. You know, one of those.
For about half of it.
For about half of it. And the rest is people drinking motor oil and slapping each other in the face.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was good.
Oh, that sounds like an interesting movie, Matt. What do you think of it?
I didn't.
Nice
Okay,
person.
I thought it was hilarious. I didn't feel that it was worthy of a heart because I think I disagree with the core tenets of this movie. Every core tenet of this movie.
What? It's okay to abandon your son for 10 years.
It's the. You know what? I think it's that the life never meets you halfway rings a little bit too much. Like this is what the real world is like, and I was like, ew, no. But this movie.
Not eating red meat makes you a pussy.
You know what?
It's
Michael-
true. I can't disagree with that.
I know what you're saying.
No, you're right.
Let me just say, Michael was spitting facts when they were at that counter, and he was like, "You're gonna die young because of cholesterol." I was like, "You know what? He's right."
I am prepared to fight Mark and Luke about Michael because I love Michael.
I thought that
He was
What was your
so
thoughts on Michael, Matt?
good.
you know what? I thought that actor was so good too. He's
did
doing
was
such a
really
good
good.
job.
It was
He did
really,
such a
really
good
good. And I
job.
think this was
I
his
love
first
the
movie.
actor.
They said, yeah, introduce me.
How about when he just runs into traffic rather than be with his
See,
father?
This is why I love Michael because we have the same tactic for everything, which is to physically run away.
Oh, that
The
makes
amount
sense why
of
I hate
times
him.
Michael straight up runs away, I'm positive, is at least 5. Like he's always running away.
You know what? He has to run away because Lincoln will never keep an eye on him. There were he
Yeah.
gets kidnapped at one
Oh,
point.
yes. He was fully that scene. That's my favorite scene. Because the whole scene, you know what's about to happen. Because you can see Michael in the window, and he's turned his back to him on the phone. And the whole time, Michael out on the street is like pulling up his like sleeves and his muscles, and then he fully gets kidnapped.
And not only that, even before that, he brings him to this truck stop with a bunch of people who are being weird
Yes.
around the child.
He was
and he
going
just
to get
leaves them alone.
kidnapped there.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just goes, I need to go arm wrestle and leaves him at the bar alone with some
When-
strange man.
When the guy was like, "How do you know that guy? Why are you with him?" And he was like, "That's my dad." And he said, too bad."
Yeah,
I was
like,
positive
what?
Michael was about to get kidnapped there.
Yeah, right.
So Matt, it was not worthy of a heart for you.
Because at the core, yes, but I thought it was very funny.
Okay,
I
so
love the pen in your hand.
so
It's,
I'm keeping us on track. Luke, what did you think of this movie?
I wish that I wanted the A plot of the movie to be the arm wrestling. I
Yes.
thought he was gonna get kidnapped by arm wrestlers, and
Me
I
too.
thought he was
That's
gonna
me-
have to arm wrestle
Okay.
to win his son back quite literally.
That's
That
exactly
would
what
be
I thought this movie
awesome.
was too, and I was a little disappointed when that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I was deeply hurt when the kidnapping attempt failed.
Me too. I
I was
thought
like, that's not what
that
I
was,
thought. I
like,
thought
it-
that was the movie. He
it was
gets
like-
kidnapped. He has to
Yes.
arm wrestle to win his son back.
Yes, I really wanted that, and I was not quite interested in the father-son dynamic, and that is unusual.
Really,
for
I
me.
cried.
That is, it's. Okay, but Kelly does cry at everything. She cried at Jingle All the Way. Three
On
times.
mute.
Times on mute.
Yep.
She almost cried at Spider-Man 3.
She
don't-
cried before
I don't
Dead Poet
cry
Society
at
started.
everything. It's very. This is so strange.
It is. It's specific things.
When did
it's
I
specific
cry at? Oh, I did. Oh, it was Flint.
Well,
It
no,
was
even
Flint
before
Marko.
that.
Okay, well that's understandable.
Yes, that was
What did I-
legitimate. The joke was before there were a couple of kids that were like Spider-Man,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you were like, oh.
Okay, I want
That's
you to guess
literally
what,
me, Luke.
I want you
Yes.
to guess at what point did I cry during Over the Top?
All the entire movie. Just
Oh
no,
my
it's a
God.
specific instance
Mm.
that like I feel
Was
like
it
Luke
in
could
the-
get
in
because
the
of
prison?
based off of what
Yeah.
I cried about watching Jingle All the Way.
It had to be like him cheering his dad on or something. In the
It was
crowd.
when he was running away from his rich house and he was gonna use the skills
Yeah.
that he learned from his dad to drive and run away.
Well, okay, so
Don't find him.
I really like the last 30 minutes because
Okay,
I mean that is the arm wrestling competition,
Mhm.
and Michael is trying to beat
Yes.
the private jet there, and he doesn't. But like he drives the truck, and then he's on the conveyor belt thing for the luggage.
Yeah.
Like inside. I really like the last 30 minutes. Act 3, solid.
Yeah.
Everything else, I was bored. When there
Oh.
wasn't an
Okay,
arm wrestling, my favorite scene of
Okay.
the movie might be the bully scene.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a very you scene.
yes. I love when the
was-
bully's just like, how do you do that? Hey.
And the
How do you do that?
worst
Here's the
insult
money.
The worst insult in 1987 was to call him a girl.
I don't know if that's my favorite, but it's high.
Now
Very
I'm gonna go.
funny.
I'm gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I'm gonna go before I let Kelly go off on this
yeah.
because I fucking
well, we
hate
have to
this
have-
movie.
We'll have to explain.
Let me elaborate.
Okay, Kelly, this is so much better than what it could have been. If we weren't watching together, he would have.
I would have
finished it.
hated this movie. I hated it anyway.
This
I enjoyed
alone.
watching this movie because I was with Luke. I was so bored.
You're so boring.
I was so bored. This movie was so
He's
boring.
You're a joke.
Oh my god, I had just watched Sonic and I was like, oh wow, this is such a good
You can't
time.
compare anything to Sonic.
Sonic's going super fast all the time.
Yeah, so
Literally?
Sonic goes at the speed of my ADHD, and this movie draws it back, makes me feel like I'm watching The Godfather Part 2, and I'm like, oh my god, is this Once Upon a Time in America? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Because,
going through
okay,
your-
now this is a me problem, okay? Just the type of movie viewer I am, right? I wanted what I thought this movie was gonna be of arm wrestling the entire time. This is a stupid fucking movie, and it was like trying it. It was not trying. It was a grounded story about family, and I just could not give a shit. So it's not that Mike is bad. It's that I hate Mike because Mike is what this movie represents. About
if
being
he-
family,
It's the pinnacle
about
of character development.
I don't want character development. I want arm wrestling.
It became the joke
You
that
can have both.
But-
it became the joke that no matter what Mike did,
Yes,
we were like,
yes, because
Mike.
Mike, I hate Mike for what he represents. So the joke of Luke's and my review of him not jumping on the truck was because when Sylvester Stallone drives into the mansion,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He gets arrested,
grounded.
right? But Mike is
Right,
like, oh no, right? And so he jumps out his window, right? And I'm like, jump on the truck, because I thought Sylvester Stallone was escaping. So I was like, he can jump on the truck and escape. And I was like, what are you doing? And I was like,
But-
oh shit, he's getting arrested. Wait a second.
But even when
But-
he said that, I was like, oh yeah,
Yes,
jump on
and
the
Luke
truck.
agreed. He also thought he should jump on the truck to escape with him, forgetting that he was getting arrested. And then, oh my gosh, I the jail scene. Luke and I talked the
jail-
entire way through it because I was bored. So
I actually thought
I
that,
don't-
had like, a good emotional moment.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
We think I did
we
not
know
hear
it
a word.
was. We know it was.
It's a really
Luke,
good actor.
Luke, but
for,
Luke,
like,
that
it
was
was genuinely really good.
that was not on me either. Not just on me, because Luke was also bored and we were talking through it.
Mark cooked up the best joke of all time.
I don't
So-
remember it.
Sylvester is wearing the tightest shirt. And
Yeah.
he's sweating and has a blank stare. And Mark said that was me in my Bigs 2 shirt.
Oh right,
So every
and we
time
were
I-
just talking about that the entire time through the scene.
Bigs 2.
If I watched this by myself, I really would not have liked it. Luke and I.
Okay.
So I hate Mike, but I like the actor. But you know, this kid. You know, I want to see some more arm wrestling, man. Stop making it about you. It's an hour 30, and it felt 2.5 to me. Because I had just watched Sonic, and Sonic was like,
Right.
I want to watch. I was not comparing it to Sonic. I was just in that Sonic vibe.
That's all you've done.
Oh my god. Oh
know
my
what?
god.
This movie had some moments that actually genuinely surprised me because it's not how I thought Lincoln was gonna act. Like when Michael orders the tuna salad, he's like, "Okay,
He
we'll make that
ordered
too."
to
I was like,
try and bond
okay.
with him.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yes,
They had to have him
But
go.
he's just acting like
first,
Rocky.
But then he surprised
You
me.
know, he's not a pussy.
But
Right,
Matt, he's
exactly.
just acting like Rocky without the accent
Yeah.
the entire time.
That is very true.
He's just
That's
Rocky.
very-
He is just. Well, so this came out after
Or
before 5.
Before
This is like
5,
Rocky.
yes. And Luke, so I thought that, you know how he had a writing credit and we thought that, like, oh, this movie has, like, a lot, like, we thought this movie was a lot like Rocky 5 of trying to be, like, grounded and, like, about a relationship, so we thought it was a lot like Rocky 5. Turns out, from what I hear, Sylvester Stallone hates this movie.
yeah, I
Yeah.
heard that too.
And he did not
Okay.
want to be in it. They just offered him a
What
fuck ton
I
of money to
heard-
be in it.
What I heard is he wanted it to be more ominous.
I don't know what that
What
means.
does that mean?
But I'm with him. I'm with him, man. Now, if this movie, so I wanted this movie felt like a Rocky 5 vibe of like slower, grounded. I wanted it to be Rocky 3 of arm wrestling, just
Yeah.
like Clubber Lang, him, Mr. Two, hop, 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 like the entire time, like what the ending was. But by that
Right.
point, like it was almost overwhelming that it just changed to that because I forgot it was an arm wrestling movie, and that was also a B plot and had nothing to do with like the A plot. It felt like two completely different movies, and I liked the 30-minute B plot, and I did not like the hour-long family Mike bullshit. That's just me. That's just me.
You mean the movie? Yeah.
The whole movie?
Yeah, that's it. Right.
What
Bad
about the
movie.
what about the blonde-haired man?
Who?
You know who I'm talking about?
The
The
what?
mysterious blonde-haired man that I think speaks like once in this movie,
At
but
the
is
jail?
always. But no, he's always
yeah.
at the evil grandpa's side.
I don't know what his job is, but
You
He
he's
was
just
like
there.
some law.
You guys are right.
Yeah.
If this was like, if he got kidnapped by the arm wrestling guys, because it made it seem that
I
way,
really
but it was
thought
just like
that.
grandpa.
The description
kidnapping
of the
him.
movie makes it sound
Yeah.
like he gets kidnapped by.
I
arm
think that's
wrestling.
why I was excited. I was so excited for this movie. So then I was like, oh, not what I wanted. All right, Kelly, what did you think?
I think this movie didn't connect with you guys
Uh-huh.
like it connected with me.
Of course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you are not men like I am men.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true. Very true.
Like I want to be man.
Yes. Yes.
That's correct.
I don't.
There's something. It's something specific about these kind of movies and these kind
Roadhouse
of characters.
Roadhouse is another example.
Roadhouse, big example. Something about the New York shirt with the suspenders.
Yeah.
I need to be
The
this
boots
man.
Air boots. Yeah, yeah.
I need to be trucker, arm wrestle champion, absent father Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'm obsessed with this movie. And I watched this alone.
Kelly,
midday.
this is like where we land on
Yeah.
oh my god. What's the Quentin Tarantino movie?
Kinsey scale?
Oh, Death Proof.
Death Proof. This is like how we fall
I
on this where
love Death
I'm
Proof,
just
yeah.
like, I
Death Proof
fucking
is
hate
my
that movie.
favorite Tarantino movie.
That
Yeah.
that and House of a Thousand
Really?
Corpses.
I feel like if you
I hate that
do
movie.
love House of a Thousand.
There's
I
a
think-
trilogy of ones that like very complete opposite sides of.
I think if you watch Death Proof with me, you would enjoy yourself.
To be fair though, like I watched this movie with Luke, enjoyed it the entire time, but enjoyed the experience, but hated the movie.
I genuinely, I hear you
Yeah.
about this movie.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you dislike Death Proof.
Maybe because I
think
watched
you
it by,
might.
I watched it by myself and I was like, this is a bad movie.
I disagree.
Matt,
Moving on.
Matt, do you like Death Proof?
I
So-
think I'm the only one who does.
When I initially watched Death Proof, I did not like it. I've softened over time, but I'm still only like middle on it. I would like to watch it again and see how I feel. Mark, you were right. Initially, I didn't like it when I first watched it.
It seems I understand why Kelly likes it. Like I understand why you like it. It's just not for me.
Funny enough, about Over the Top, I didn't like laugh out loud as much. I had to sit with some of this over time, and it's like
so
I'm
ridiculous.
thinking about it and how ridiculous it is.
It's
Makes me
beautiful.
laugh. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, touching story. He was there for his dad's win. That kid was
Okay.
a little too old to be held up.
But like I've seen this plot done better
It's a
in
little too
Logan
big.
already, so like
Did you say you've seen Logan already?
I've seen this plot be done better in Logan, so
Not true.
that's just an
That was
accurate
a
that's just an
girl
accurate
kid.
statement.
That was a girl kid. That's what Kelly does.
Luke made a good point because every movie is Last of Us. This is opposite Last of Us, where
Yeah,
Yeah,
he-
yeah.
but which is
Wait.
Logan as well. Opposite Last of Us. It's whoever's jaded at the other one is how we determine it. So like God of War. God of War is Last of Us because
Yes,
adult
yes.
jaded at kid. Adult
Yeah.
jaded at kid, right? This one is
Right.
kid jaded at adult. Same with Logan.
it's
Kid jaded at Logan is both jaded. They fucking hate each other. So to be fair, it's both.
I love Michael as a character. He
Me
is
too.
so funny to me. He is so bitchy. Like, I love that his dad, who lest we forget, did abandon him
Yes.
Yes,
for
he
10
did, yep.
years.
And is kind of a bad father, but yes.
Oh, my favorite part of this movie is when Michael accuses him of being stupid, and Lincoln decides he's gonna prove him wrong by doing something really stupid
Really stupid.
and putting a 12-year-old behind the wheel of a semi truck.
That was a
Terrible
good
father.
part. That was a
The
fun
court
part.
should take him away for sure.
He drove a semi. Listen, I'm not on the
And he's actually-
grandfather's
yeah.
side. He is elitist and mean, but
Mean, but
he drove a semi truck. Okay, but that is where I was like, he walked away from the fence, and I was like, he better commit a felony right now, or I'm no
Mhm.
longer enjoying this film. He better run that semi truck
Mhm.
right into that gate, and he did.
And he did just
And
that.
he went to prison. He didn't go to
went to
prison. He went to jail.
you know what?
I don't. And
I-
at the end, he wouldn't get custody back unless the
No.
like Mike.
wouldn't,
Mike
even if
said
Michael
Michael said he
said, yeah.
wanted to go with him, but it was like you already gave over custody. That's not really
Okay,
how it
but I don't-
works.
Is
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know, I
if
feel
it
like
has to, like, because the kid is old enough to make
I-
the
When
decision.
is old enough? Sorry, go
I
ahead.
don't know how it works, but it is very funny that the grandpa at the end basically treated like Lincoln winning the arm wrestling match means he lost custody. He was
Yes, that was great.
"Oh,
No, see,
dude." Yeah.
he has to win the arm wrestling match to win custody over his child. Is what I didn't know going into this. It's a
No, guys,
it's a
guys,
custody
why-
battle
but
movie.
if
Kramer
they-
versus Kramer who?
If they would have set it up that way, just being ridiculous, he went to custody. If he was, that would be. This might have been my favorite movie ever made. That would be
But a
crazy.
guy drank
You have to have the
gasoline.
emotion.
Guys,
Yeah.
But this did
You
the
have
this
the
did the
emotional core of the film.
so this did the ultimate sin of
Oh,
sports movies.
God.
Sports
Okay.
movies to me. Okay, hear me out, Kelly. Sports movies, the final season, right?
Yeah.
The final season
Who?
does this well.
It does everything.
Sports
well.
movies have a problem, in my opinion, that they have trouble integrating that sport, except for in the middle where they lose, and then at the end where they win.
Right.
This has the problem of it not even showing arm wrestling, except for one time where he wins, and then another time where he wins.
Is not true. He was teaching him how to arm wrestle throughout their entire road trip.
He-
what he's
that was a
good at.
cool machine, but like
What is
again,
that?
I think it's because this movie's not an
No,
arm wrestling movie. It's
he
just
arm wrestled the
barely
bully
about
from
that.
it.
Boom.
He does. Henry Bowers. He does.
Oh, nice name pull. I forgot what his name was.
It's because I took 3 years to read that book.
Okay, wait. How about at the end in the arm wrestling competition, they said no less than 5 times. Remember, you have
That
to
was
lose
so funny.
twice.
That
So
was
funny.
so funny. They said it so many times.
I needed
to
the
remind
reminder,
audience.
guys. I needed the reminder. You know what did sports just as good? Teen Wolf 2.
Everyone's hero.
Teen Wolf 2.
Teen Wolf 2.
This
Same
did
amount of
give me a
sports
little
scenes,
bit
same-
Teen Wolf 2
yep.
vibes.
Because it's a B plot. Like, it's not integrated into the story the way, like, Rocky.
Okay, but like, is
Is-
arm wrestling?
It's a
but, like-
sport in this movie. It's treated as a sport in this.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is just like that wasn't like that's not the point.
But it should be. It's the point to me. The zoom-ins of them, that was
Okay.
like crazy directing,
Also,
like sideways camera of them, like their faces.
What is
I was
the-
Lincoln
enthralled.
has a problem
Yes.
with arm wrestling. He's obsessed with arm wrestling.
What is the move? They keep saying go over the top, and he puts his fingers over him. How does that help
Also,
him? I don't
a lot of
understand.
Also, it would,
Did-
when
did
it
anyone
works,
else-
he loses the grip. What? There's the guy just like.
Did anyone else get the vibe that most of what he was doing was cheating?
Yes. They kept saying, like, is he allowed to do? Like,
I don't
what?
know.
Did you guys read any trivia for this movie?
Not really. No.
So this is all from IMDb trivia, but the guy who like yelled that his arm was broken apparently did break his elbow. Like it was
shit.
real. Yeah.
See, that's why arm wrestling freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah. And
Anytime I
apparently
see people
he
arm
was like
wrestling,
a-
I think they're gonna break something.
apparently he was like a I don't know. It was something. He was some kind of professional athlete or something, and so
He's
like
a wrestler.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like apparently he broke his elbow in that scene.
like-
it was like we watched
Is
him
there
break
any
his elbow.
information if it was debilitating or not?
Yeah.
Like,
Did he
gonna
recover?
again?
I don't know.
Will he ever arm wrestle?
I just saw it from the
Ever
IMDb
again?
section.
Ever?
That was also where I
Well,
found out that
you know what,
Sylvester
I
Stallone does not like this movie.
Did hear that this is based off a real guy. I don't think the stuff with
No
his
way.
son, but there really is a trucker that won the arm
Oh.
wrestling.
Nice.
Yes, I
whole
did hear
thing.
something, and I think
And
the
it was-
tournament was called Over the Top or something. Like
Yeah.
it was like based kind of on something real.
But then
But
they're
you
like,
are-
what if we brought in strained father-son dynamics? This is basically the original Ladybird.
didn't wanna
anyone
say it.
disagrees
Ladybird
with
is
me, I
Last
need
of
to
Us.
get that out.
This movie could have only happened in the 80s for one.
Oh yeah.
For the plot, but two, the underlying themes that I did not like were such 80s themes
What
of
am I
like
not picking up on?
Oh, but you
Oh.
see, Rocky 4 had the same themes, and that movie's the best movie of all time. So
it's I dislike things that are basically like if you try hard enough you'll win no
What?
matter what.
Oh,
And the whole yeah God, where was I going with this?
Is it like where they're like, if you believe, you're gonna do it?
Yes,
But
it's
Matt,
like
Hot
that.
Rod.
you
dude,
are
there's-
you're
okay.
awful person.
There's no way. Like when Michael was arm wrestling Henry Bowers, I was like, the whole just like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
believe
No,
hard
but he
enough, you're
believed
gonna
in
win. It's like
himself.
There's no way
way
Mike wins that. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's
He
no way.
believed in
Mike never
himself,
practiced
you
arm wrestling in his
guys
life.
And-
suck.
And it
You
wasn't
guys
like
are
he
so-
went outside and
you
taught him the
guys have never
techniques. He just told him to
experienced whimsy
believe.
in your
Like, shut
fucking life.
up, Mike.
It-
Shut up, Mike.
I think too what I had already brought up before, that life never meets you halfway. You got to go meet it. I hate when people give advice like that.
there's a
'Cause you
line
think-
like that in something else. Halfway, I'll think about it.
Life never meets you halfway. I'm
measure?
like, dude,
Oh
Are you
no,
thinking
no,
about
no!
that?
You know what it is? It's something
What?
with Fast and Furious. What is it, Mark?
No way.
You live life
You know
quarter mile at a time.
Yeah, that's-
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Why are you mad at that?
I think growing up as a young boy, you get taught like certain things about how to be manly,
Oh,
and this movie had
yeah.
some of
It
those.
definitely
And
leans
I-
into that.
It made me feel those parts made me kind of go like, "Nah," but
But
then
he saved him from the military.
there's that, and then like he ate the tuna, and
Eat the
he was like.
tuna to
He was better
bond.
than I thought he was gonna be, so he surprised me. Sylvester
Mike-
Stallone,
oh.
Lincoln Hawk.
He did. He tried to connect with his son. Well,
Yes.
also we get to see Mike gets to cry a lot, and it's
Yeah.
okay.
And
Like,
it's fine. So
so that's cool.
well,
It
that's
did-
because Lincoln Hawk is Rocky. So
Yeah, he's just
Lincoln
Rocky. Yes. Yep.
cries. Yeah.
Well, it's always a joy to watch Sylvester Stallone just be Sylvester Stallone, but that's just him being, again, Rocky, because Rocky is Sylvester Stallone being Sylvester Stallone. And so is
Yes.
Rambo in Rambo 1. I don't know, I know it changes,
Yeah.
but in Rambo 1, he's just being Sylvester Stallone. Like, hey,
hey,
leave me alone.
leave me alone.
Yeah, that's the whole movie.
Guys, but what about the scene?
In the trees. Leave me alone.
You can't tell me the movie's more than that.
No, I can't.
Mark,
That
I
movie
can't
kind of
believe
bores me.
you guys said that shit at the same time. That was crazy.
Hey, that movie kind of bores me too. So does Rocky 1.
I don't remember a goddamn thing about
I
that
just
movie.
like sports
But you-
movies if it's like the final season.
Right. That is the peak of sports movies.
Guys, but what about the scene after Mike runs into traffic and he rips off a whole arm of his jacket, and then
That was-
they sleep in the truck, but they sleep in the truck, and he's like, if you get tired, you can
Yeah,
use
yeah.
my arm as a pillow, but then he woke up and he was using Mike's arm as
Yes,
a pillow.
That was good.
That was good.
We had a
I thought it
conversation
He's
about how
slept
Luke
in
would
that jacket
Luke
with
would
one arm.
never.
Oh wait. What do you mean?
Luke would never sleep in a truck.
This is my dream.
Just like this.
Well,
I
I
need to be a
can't-
man trucker in the 80s.
I know. I couldn't physically. I'd be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I,
But- No man.
I've slept in so many cars. What is that? Oh my god. Okay, and then he ripped off the other arm of his
Yeah.
jacket to make it
I
a
like that.
sleeveless jacket.
That was
Oh,
good. That was good.
It was sick.
I thought it was so funny that he still, even though he had one arm on it, decided to still wear the jacket into
Yeah.
into the truck
Oh.
stop to eat.
But it was so funny because it caught me because I thought, the movie was about he already had a good relationship with his son. Son gets kidnapped by arm wrestling goons. What? So I
Oh,
was shocked
I would have
when
loved that
he
movie.
first stop. Shut up. I was shocked in a good way, like funny way, when the movie started and he walked up to a limousine, like so snottily, and was like, "Is my grandfather here?"
You know what?
It's like, what's
Mike-
happening?
Michael had a good point when he was in the office, and Lincoln came to pick him up. He's like, "Can I see some ID?" I was like,
Yeah,
"This is a smart
he was a
kid.
smart kid.
He's a really smart kid." Who? This guy does not look like he should be picking you up.
They also should
Whoa,
not have
whoa,
allowed him.
whoa. No, they should have. The mom said so.
Mom said so. They allowed it. I'm just saying it's good to say, can I see some ID?
Yes,
he walks in
absolutely.
looking
Good
like
kid.
he just got off a truck. Yeah. It's like, okay, what?
A man walks in claiming to be his father, who he
Oh,
hasn't
he has
seen
every
in
right
10
to.
years.
Yes, no, I agree with Mike there. That's the only
Yeah,
time I do.
Mike has every right to be mad at him. Like,
Yeah, but
Oh,
Sylvester
yeah.
Stallone-
and to be like, I don't have a father. Because, yeah, no, he doesn't. But it also wasn't Lincoln's fault that the grandfather was a piece of shit in hiding his letters.
Correct. That too.
Like, letters isn't enough, but it's much
So,
worse.
Mike doesn't make me mad because of that. Like, all that
He
being
makes
said.
me mad because of the principle.
Yeah,
He didn't
it's
jump on the
just
truck.
don't jump on the fucking truck. Jump on the fucking truck. It's right in front of you.
Okay,
Okay.
Matt,
I cannot believe that we have not talked about the just the opening, the credits. I thought was so funny because I was expecting some like hardcore music. Like there's a song by the Scorpions called "Over the Top," and I was convinced it was gonna be in this, and then I looked it up, and that song came out in 1997.
Oh,
wow.
shoot. They should
I
have done a
wonder if it was
re-release.
inspired by the movie, but I was expecting like hardcore rock. It opens and it sounds like John Denver, or who did I say it sounded? It was like Brian Adams, and it
Yes.
cuts to the inside of the truck, and Sylvester Stallone looks like the funniest. It's the funniest outfit I've ever seen.
Yes.
The big
Oh my God, the
glasses,
suspenders.
trucker hat, the suspenders.
so good.
It was so funny. I laughed so hard, and I think I might be the only one who thought that was so funny, but I loved that.
But Matt, did
back
that
when-
did that opening scene, like with all the wilderness, did that remind you of the Hatchet movie? Called The
Called The
Wild.
Oh my god. There's a Hatchet
Wild.
movie?
I
Yeah.
We
never
watched
knew there was
it.
a
It's
movie.
Mom's
Cry
class.
or Call of the Wild is what it's called. I don't know.
It made me think of Twin
You should
Peaks
read
a
the
little
book.
bit, to be completely honest with you.
Luke
There-
knew what I was talking about when I said it. So
Well, Twin Peaks: The Return, because
There you go.
Luke, you're
this
so out of
happens.
my
This
God.
happens
I
in
know.
Twin Peaks: The
I
Return.
totally forgot about
It's called A Cry in the Wild.
A Cry in the Wild. Yes, they renamed it from Hatchet. It's like
I
based on
didn't
Hatchet,
realize.
basically. Yeah, we
I only
watched it in
remembered the
school
book.
class.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
do you guys remember Spirit Bear? That book was fucked up.
Spirit
Anyway,
Spirit Bear.
I don't remember.
Remember
Remember
when we read
Brother
Spirit Bear?
Bear when
think so.
Kelly was
Brother
about
Bear
to die?
fucked me up. Oh.
You were fucked up
We
when
watched
I watched
that
I
it.
when
actually
you-
was
yeah.
fucked up when you guys watched that.
Yeah.
I don't remember. That was more your guys' problem.
Yeah.
Bring back when semi trucks looked like they were about to fall to pieces at any second.
Yeah.
Because now they're so like technological and like everyone has to know where
It's so
everyone is at
dirty.
every time. Bring back dirt.
I love that Michael got in the car and immediately was like, "Can I
Can
say
I say
something,
something,
sir?
sir?"
This place is disgusting."
Oh, Luke was pissed off at how much he was saying, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
me
that's
too. I
what
was
started
like,
the thing.
Fucking stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Well, then he did stop. He learned to stop. Michael
See,
seems like the type of
but
kid
see,
to play
Luke
soccer.
was immediately against Mike. Luke was immediately feeling the same way because he was already mad at him for saying "sir" so much, and that was not even because of me. I wasn't complaining
No,
yet. Luke
I
started
actually
it.
I think the Sir complaints was what started. our
You
hatred.
start like I was quiet before that. I was just enjoying it, riding the high off of Sonic, and
See,
then
that's
you brought
something
me
that
down.
his grandfather instilled in him.
Of course.
If Lincoln raised him, he would have spit on him. Matt, what about it was such a good scene though when he did run into traffic the first time and Lincoln
That was
chased him down
crazy.
and he started holding him and Mike was like, "I hate you." Like when he
I-
was yelling, "I hate you." It was so good. Genuinely.
Okay,
I
but what
was
about
a little? I was wondering a little bit why nobody stopped and questioned
anything?
what was happening because it looked like he was
It looks
being
very
kidnapped.
bad.
Yeah. And nobody even said, "Hey, is everything cool?" Nope. Everyone's just like, "Not my business. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let them deal with that."
That was such a good scene because he's yelling, "I hate you," and Lincoln goes, "Okay, then hate me. We have to start somewhere." Guys, this is a
That's
good
pretty good.
what
I
about
will.
You guys are just not sons like I am.
what
You guys aren't
uh,
fathers like I am.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
What is Lincoln transporting? Because it looks like a bottle
Beer.
and it says it smells like a man.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's just a
Some
big bottle of
alcohol.
cologne. Yeah.
I think it says Fabergé Brut. It
Sounds
smells
like
like a
a
man.
cologne.
It smells.
I like the way that they did their workout. There's no way
Yeah.
that doing just a workout like that on the road would give you a body like Sylvester Stallone's. Like, dude.
Also,
you gotta
both
have
of his
a
arms
whole-
are
he just
crazy,
does that.
not just that one.
Right. It's just doing
Oh,
this against
that,
the grill
yeah,
that
yeah.
gives you the bicep.
But they stretched in the morning. That was good.
That's
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
we
that was
all them
limber.
stretching?
Limber.
Yeah.
I will say though, as soon as he was like, "What are we doing?" He's like, "We're gonna sleep right here." I was like, "Dude, come on!
I'd be.
This is the first time you've seen your son splurge for a hotel,
yeah.
a motel. At least a
He
bed
has
to
half. He has one sleeve of a jacket.
Come on, dude, give him a bed to sleep in. What are you
He
doing?
ripped his jacket.
This was one of those movies that we paused it at one point for something. Was it because of Sky? Why did we pause it?
It was just an ad, I think.
Oh, and then we paused it after, and it was one of those like, holy shit, we've only watched 45 minutes.
Oh,
That's how
no.
I felt. That's how I felt. But we
it
were
was
laughing. We were laughing at a lot of stuff. We were commenting.
Exactly.
But
It
I
was really
was,
good. It was
man,
really
give
funny.
me dead dudes in the house.
Yeah, now you know what you were
Begging
taking
for
for
dead
granted. The
So
just,
now you love
love.
dead dudes in the house.
I don't like either.
I hate you.
it was really funny. So
Have
Sky,
you seen the movies you've picked?
guys,
I
let me
love the movies I pick.
let me speak.
Okay.
So it was funny because Sky was running around rampant,
Oh,
like
yes.
all over the place, and then she like passed out, and then we didn't hear her for a while, and then we heard like an animal just start walking out, and it turned out to be Jax, the dog, who was locked in the bedroom, but he came out like so calmly to over the top, and usually he runs
He runs
if
out,
he's,
but
like,
we also
in the
thought it was
bedroom.
Sky for a second. He's like,
Yeah.
we thought Sky was gonna come out, and there was like gigantic Jax just,
Big
like
dog.
walking out. And he
Just
would
walked
not
calmly, and
It
then
sounds-
and
for the podcast listeners, not locked in the room. He was in the room with
not locked,
Trini
sorry.
and Bailey. We switched the animals,
yes.
not just locking them in rooms.
Thank you for clarifying. It sounded a little bad.
No, he was in the room with the door shut with Trini, so they were sleeping on the bed. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
Wow.
I hit her
Well,
butt.
you're not making a good
Oh.
case for yourself.
That's just move on.
Shall we move on to the letters that we knew immediately when he's like, "What? I mean, I sent you letters. You got to know later in the movie he's gonna find those letters."
Yeah,
But
he's got to.
okay, so Kelly, I agree with you when you're like, okay, yeah, the grandpa sucks. He's an asshole. But also, I don't think what's their plan when if he wants to live with Lincoln? It's like this kid is 12. He needs to go to school. He's like, we're gonna open our own business. It's like
That's
send him
why.
to school.
That's why the scene at the police station that Mark and Luke talked over was
Oh,
so good because it was
snooze
Mike.
fest.
It was Mike going, I think I love you, but I have a home here. What am I
Exactly.
gonna
Oh,
do?
is that
You
what that scene
haven't
was
been
about?
here for 10 years.
That was a
Yes, it
good
was
line.
genuinely really good. Like
It was
he
so
was
slow
being-
though. So
it was
slow, so
reasonable.
long.
You were like,
It was
I
so long.
understand.
Well, that's one of those scenes where I was like, okay, I was not giving this movie was deeper than I was gonna give it
Yeah.
credit for. But then,
And then
still,
the
I'm
arm
like,
wrestling.
and then
it
the
got
arm
good,
wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He
The
just when he
Tyrion top.
threw the guy through a window
Yes.
at the end. Oh, that's good.
That was giving Roadhouse.
That was giving Roadhouse. I've not seen it, but I know it's
You guys
giving Roadhouse.
gotta watch Roadhouse.
Yeah,
The
this
original.
movie gives Roadhouse.
It
Oh,
gives
wow.
so Roadhouse.
Would I not like Roadhouse or would I like Roadhouse?
You would like Roadhouse more because there's the actual A plot of it is
Is Roadhouse?
Is the ridiculous stuff.
yes.
Oh, then yeah.
Is that
That's what I need. That's what I need.
So the rules of arm wrestling are insane. If you separate hands, we're going to bind
Yes.
you together
Yes.
so you cannot let go. Insane. Did these competitions really happen? You said this is based on a real person.
Yeah. There's
I
something
guess.
with the real
Dude,
arm
the
wrestling.
80s? What else did they have to do?
Yeah, just arm wrestle.
Would you
Be there.
the real guy, the real trucker who won this, how long into a conversation do you think you'd get with him before he said something that made you go, oh, and then you had to stop talking
Bless
to
you.
him?
You're so judgmental.
I am.
Hey, you're
I-
making
I
an
can be
assumption.
right.
You're making an assumption right there. We don't know him.
What if he's like
What if
the
he's
guy
like
who invented
what if
plastic
he's like Rocky?
flamingos? You don't know what's going on.
What if he's like Lincoln Hawks?
But what if it's like a Greatest
Hawks.
Showman situation where it's like this guy sucked and then we made a movie and we're like, wasn't he great?
Yeah,
Not
but
using his real
yeah.
name.
I hate the
But-
Greatest Showman.
yeah, but the director
Yeah, that was
made the
shitty.
one-
That guy just exploited everybody.
Yeah.
I just
Directors-
thought
They were
that
like,
movie
but
was
what if he
bad
looked
too.
like Hugh
Let me
Jackman?
speak. But the director of The Greatest Showman made the Monkey movie.
Okay, what is that?
You
I
won't
saw a
stop
trailer for
talking
that. And I
about
was
the
like,
monkey.
what
A
is
better
this?
man is what he's
No,
talking
it's
about.
not. No, it's not.
It's not. That's the monkey movie you keep. Oh, what are you talking about?
It is, isn't it? Isn't that what it's called?
It is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate you.
No, it's called Better Man. I thought you were talking about A Different Man.
No,
Which is
that's
that
a
movie.
completely different movie.
Luke,
Okay.
if
Sorry.
I didn't let you speak, and this is what you're talking about.
You
Yeah.
get it wrong.
When we were at the movie theater, we saw like a teaser trailer for that and then like a real like little thing. And when the teaser trailer happened, I was like, this looks crazy. I might want to see this. And then they actually played like a song from the movie of him and I was like, I don't know if I want to see this. I was like, I did not like the song.
A Better Man?
Yes, with the monkey.
The
who's a pop
monkey
star.
who's Robbie
Yeah.
Williams.
Yes. Who is that? Is that a real person?
Why am I the only person who knows who Robbie Williams is?
Nobody I've talked to knows who Robbie Williams
He's a
is.
musical artist who moms really like and British people like.
Okay, gotcha. I thought I couldn't tell if that was the name of the monkey in the movie when I was watching the
is.
trailer.
It is.
It is.
It's
A
about his life.
monkey. It's about
It's
his
a
life. It's a biopic
So-
about him, but he
Yeah.
is a monkey in the biopic. This
most
is why
recent-
Luke is obsessed with it.
In the most recent trailer, he said,
Oh.
"I've always been a little less evolved." So
Oh my
therefore,
God.
that's why he's a monkey.
That makes it even funnier to me that it's it's a biopic about an artist that I have never heard of. That's
But he's
so
a monkey.
funny to me. Yeah.
I don't have anything else on over the top.
Okay. I think I would love to watch this movie with Kelly because I was like mid
Sounds
like I
like
told you
the
I had
time of
things
my
I
life.
liked. I had things I liked about it and things I didn't, but I think the things that I thought were really funny, Kelly and I would be dying at.
Yes. This is an occasion where it's a you and me Matt movie.
I really like
I
that
agree with that.
I picked a movie that we could disagree on. 'cause
Okay, yeah,
always
we actually
agree
had
on
stuff to talk about this time.
So we can actually argue. Well, not even argue, but just we have differing opinions, and so it's kind of nice as a change of pace.
Well, yeah, it was good Luke and I watched it together because we had the same vibe. We were on the same
Yeah.
vibe. Maybe you guys would feel different if you watched Sonic before.
You
Just
know
a
what?
thought.
Maybe. You know what's crazy? That Sonic was getting such good reviews. When I saw the trailer for Sonic 3, I was like, oof, that was not a good trailer. So I'm wondering
Well-
if they're saving
Well,
it.
of course, it can't be as good of a trailer as a Better Man, but nothing can.
But Matt, did you see Shadow come out and it was Keanu Reeves' voice?
Yes, I did, and that was
Oh,
good.
But
There's
then you
context
also
behind
have
that.
Ben Schwartz and Idris Elba.
There's context
Oh.
behind Keanu. Sonic is a super big Speed fan, so he loves Keanu canonically.
Yes,
in
canonically
Sonic.
he loves. Yes.
That's very funny. I like all the people involved. I'm just saying the jokes they included in the trailer. I was like,
Matt, that's all
those
three
would
movies.
not have been.
That's all three
Yeah.
movies. You have to just laugh at how dumb they are.
Okay.
Mhm.
okay.
Or just ignore them. That's what happened with some of the Jim Carrey stuff. Luke and I were just quiet, and then Sonic starts talking. We're like, this guy's awesome.
I think Ben Schwartz is hilarious, so I'm sure I'll like Sonic. The
I don't know if
character.
he's hilarious. He's just awesome.
Ben
Oh.
No,
you're
Ben
talking about
Schwartz.
Sonic. I was
Sorry,
like,
Sonic,
how
Sonic.
dare you speak ill about Ben Schwartz?
No, the movie
Ben
is not
Schwartz
like,
is
oh,
good
this is
for
the
the
funniest movie I've ever seen. It's just a good movie
I see. Okay.
with bad jokes sometimes.
And you know
if
what?
you know what I'm
Sometimes bad
saying.
jokes are good.
You
Yeah,
gotta
good
get the
joke.
kids in the
Yeah.
seats.
Yeah,
Got it.
Jim Carrey is just being eccentric, saying whatever the fuck he wants. So
That's just his career, man.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
that's all he does.
except for
now.
Eternal Sunshine, that's grounded.
Did you hear Sonic 4 was announced? They gotta
Oh
make
my
10 of these bad boys. They gotta do it like Psych.
Sykes, they've
Oh,
already beaten. They're
guys.
already
They're
tied
already
with Psych.
gonna
Guys.
beat Psych.
They're taking their time.
We didn't even talk about how the mom fucking dies before they get to
I
her.
forgot to mention the mom
Forgot about
died.
that.
Yeah, halfway
Uh,
through the movie.
The mom looks like Mia Farrow from Rosemary's Baby.
It's just her haircut.
Well,
Yep,
there's
it's-
also a scene.
Her face
that-
doesn't look like her at all.
So there's a
To me.
phone booth scene in Rosemary's Baby that's really good, and the phone booth scene in this reminded me of it just because there's a phone
The
booth.
phone booth scene. Sorry, the way Michael was holding Lincoln's jacket outside the phone booth was so funny to me.
Yeah.
He was like no, yeah, the mom dies before they get to her. And
Crazy.
Mike's solution is to run away. As always.
Well, that's always
Love
the
that guy.
solution. Yes.
Yeah, but I feel like he was understandably upset because he legitimately, if he didn't get picked up, he would have saw his mom before she died.
Yeah.
Yep.
Understandable reason to be upset.
Yes.
And you know what? honestly, as a 12-year-old, I could have never envisioned myself just up and hopping in a cab by myself and just being like,
Oh,
"Go."
dude, he
How
drove.
did he pay for the cab?
Dude, what do you think everyone else on the road when they turned and saw a 12-year-old behind that car when he was driving to Las Vegas?
It's crazy. I could not. It was like,
Okay.
at least it's a back road, but like there are people's houses around. Like,
When he-
what are you doing?
When he got to Las Vegas and the guy was like, "You can't park here," and he was like, "Keep the car." He ran inside,
Yeah, that was good.
Good
and he
stuff.
was on the luggage cart,
Oh,
conveyor belt. How'd he get
immediately-
there?
He came out. I was like, wow, airports before 9/11 were crazy. You could do whatever you
Crazy.
wanted.
There were kids in
Oh,
every
God.
crevice.
Oh, Sky, she's so sweet.
Maybe.
She's been a menace today.
Oh,
That's just a
we love her
ploy,
for
man.
it.
That's just a
It's
cover.
a ploy. She does this because she knows she's on camera. She's behaving now. She's been a menace
I don't know
all
if you
day.
guys can see the lump behind me, but that's Joan.
Going.
She's asleep.
I think
Babies.
Sky purposely does toxoplasmosis. You know what I'm saying?
What is
What?
that word?
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's what. So in cat urine, it makes
Oh my god.
rats more
But
attracted
isn't that kind
to
of
the
a
urine.
myth?
Kinda, yeah. So the
like alchemy?
toxoplasmosis is like a something in a cat's gut, and when it pees, I think it makes rats go towards it. So then they eat the rats.
Oh,
And
she would do that.
sometimes it has like it's said sometimes that it can infect humans
So makes
Oh.
humans love cats.
if there's a bunch like a cat pee around. Riley
But-
makes like a joke about it in Midnight Mass. When there's
Is-
a bunch of dead
is-
cats.
Like
Phone
pregnant
call.
women
Yeah,
shouldn't.
because yes,
Okay.
According
Uh,
to Google.
yeah. I don't know how humans can actually get affected by it.
I don't think
but
they can. I think that became a part of the myth because rats.
It sounds like it, but I think Sky would be able to do it.
Yeah,
I think
she's a she's. A
I think
menace.
Sky is just like Munchausen by proxying you.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll see some of it when you move in. So
Oh yeah.
she's a mess. Luke, did you hear her when we were working today? And she kept just screaming at the door.
Yeah.
And then I kept giving her what she wanted, and then she'd be quiet when I pick her up, and I put her down. She'd go back to the door and start screaming like so loud today.
Yeah.
This guy's funny.
She was a menace.
I'm on her side.
Yeah, most people are. I don't have anything else. Tubi ads were my favorite part of this movie.
I love Tubi.
This
This
belonged
is a
on
movie
Tubi.
that would be on Tubi. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Tubi, I don't know what it is about Tubi, but every movie, I don't feel like when I'm watching YouTube and an ad comes up, I'm annoyed. I'm watching Tubi and an ad comes up, I'm like, this is right.
It's a
Give it to
nice
me.
break. It's a nice break.
I actually did not like the ads on this one. It made it
No,
go
I was joking.
because
But
okay. I was gonna say whenever an ad came up, I was like, oh man, because at the end it had 6 ads, and one of the
Really?
ads were 2 ads put into one.
yeah,
And so it was
On
7
Tubi?
That was
ads.
fucked up, yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know,
it was
you know
not the
what?
best ad experience for us, but I was just joshing.
I don't know about for you, but for me, they had an ad break with 5 minutes left in the movie, which I thought was really
Yes.
funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
did
fine.
happen
No.
to me.
That was
That
the
always
7 ad
happens on
That's
Tubi.
pretty
That was the
smart. of
7
them,
ad one.
Pretty smart.
That is smart though, because you watch
And it was so many of them right at the end. Yes.
because you're gonna
sometimes I
watch
want-
at least 5 minutes. So
You're gonna.
Yeah.
I was gonna. They knew that. I sometimes like to think about just one person who sits there and like curates the Tubi movie list. And I like to think about if we could find that person and track them down, we'd just track the IP address to Kelly's house. And see that it's
What do you
her.
mean Midnight Cowboy and over the top double?
Yeah, right.
feature? Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
You should. It is meant as a
Jesus,
compliment.
good.
Does
Big
anybody have
Joe.
anything else with Over the Top?
no, I don't. Don't talk to me.
If you see me sporting suspenders and like jeans suddenly start fitting me like I'm a man in the 80s and a trucker
Oh.
hat and I look a little bit like Sylvester Stallone, don't worry about it.
You know what?
You would love
Me
The Rock
what-
so much. Oh,
I would
God.
love Rocket.
think you
Yeah, I
would.
know.
After watching this and been watching the X-Files, which is early 90s, I understand tucked in shirts now.
Yes.
You just have to wear
What?
jeans that fit right.
What
You
was
know?
the deal with jeans in the 80s and 90s, and why did they fit men's slutty little waists so well? And what
That's what
happened
I'm
to
saying.
them?
You
Where are
would love
they?
Rocky 3. Oh my god, you would love Rocky 3.
I'm actually
That's
afraid
all-
to show her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can start morphing.
You'll get a lot of jokes. Ding ding. Do you remember that from Psych?
Ding, ding.
Carl Weathers. That's
Yeah.
from Rocky 3. Very famous. So you'll see.
Also, they're I don't know how to say this. They're tight little asses in those shorts.
I
You'll
Oh,
die.
the shorts. Yes.
I think you got to watch Rocky 4 first because you're gonna be disappointed by the lack of that stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Be
okay,
a whole
yeah.
different
So
vibe.
Rock 4-1 before 3 or 4-3.
Well, you could do that and end with your favorite at 3.
Okay, 4.
true.
Well, I thought it was 4-1-3-2.
Well, but you would
three-
2 would not be your jam.
I'll like 2, but it's gonna be my least favorite of the 4.
Be a good movie,
so
but
4-1-2-3. Okay.
Yeah. You start with gold and then you work your way back up.
Back to gold.
The original is working back up. The one that won the Oscar.
Academy Award
Yeah.
winning. What is that compared?
was that a question or was that?
No, I heard myself, like, I heard my voice echoed back at me, and it scared
Oh,
me, so I
God.
stopped talking.
That was really weird because it sounded like you were in the middle of a question, and I was like, was that
I
directed
was, and
at?
I got scared.
Okay, that
I
makes
thought
more
I was
sense.
in Interstellar.
Nice.
Don't even get Luke started.
I don't even know if that's what happens. I forget.
Are you guys ready for the tier list?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen, and I'll show you the thumbnail. If anyone watched the video, they got a sneak peek because I brought it up on the wrong one.
Oh boy.
Okay, tell me when you can see this.
Where?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay,
Yes.
Where's the thumbnail?
Oh no, I can see the other screen.
I can see the list. Yeah.
I can
So-
see the list, not the
Okay.
thumbnail.
the thumbnail, it should have popped up because it's on this screen. So you guys can still see the
We
What?
can still see the screen, but not the thumbnail.
That's so interesting because it's showing. Let me stop sharing my screen real quick.
So glad we don't edit.
Technical difficulties make us feel real. Oh. Okay,
Wow.
I just
Mine's
saw
not
it.
loaded.
That
Because Matt picked it.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is good.
that is really good.
This is good.
So
This is great. I
I'm
love the way that my head is cropped.
This is crazy.
I know like, what.
This
picture
is
that-
giving.
exactly. I know which picture that is. That's wow.
what picture
This
is it?
is
It's in Flagstaff when we're
yeah, it is.
all.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Yep.
It is.
what Thanksgiving?
Yep.
That
No.
would have been October. The October.
The
trip.
one, the month before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta share my other screen for the.
That was
That's so
giving
good.
E.T. and Fuller in that lignet.
Yes,
you
yes,
so
it was.
Yes.
That's the one you used down there too.
Yes, we'll start using
That's
these.
beautiful.
Yay!
That's really good.
You can,
Um,
can you please make these for every movie?
Yes, that's my plan. Now, because
I'm
I was just
excited.
using their image, like
Yeah.
the image, and I was like, I need to do something
Damn.
else.
Can you go back and do one for Clifford?
I think you put you as Clifford. I think I have to now.
Dude, you would put
You have to go back and do it all.
You would put my face on Lake Mungo. That's crap.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I would have
Matt's
to blur it.
face has a gun over his head. Mark, you're Todd from Teen Wolf 2.
I would have to, yeah,
This is
yep.
good.
Oh yeah, and then you make Kelly's face.
Who picked interview too? Oh,
That was
Luke,
Matt.
That would be
for
What did you
secondhand
say,
lions, Luke, you would be him in the middle. So for secondhand
Yeah, you
lions.
would.
Were you
Yeah.
hearing what I was saying?
No, I
No.
didn't hear what you said.
No, who are you?
I was getting to that. I was saying that Kelly would be both Robert Duvall and Mike. And I was
yes.
him, and then
You're
you
the
cut me
little-
off and said the same thing.
No, because we couldn't hear you.
couldn't
Your
hear you.
audio wasn't Luke. You were something with your microphone.
Where's the audio. I swear.
Luke, the Clifford poster, February 18th, 2005. Mark, you'd be Charlie. Nope, you'd be Willy Wonka.
Oh, yep. But I would have
Matt,
to
you'd
do
be
if there's
Max
multiple
Keeble.
people, I'm gonna
Oh,
try
yeah.
to put our faces
Yes.
on multiple
Yes.
people. But okay, Luke, you have to pick first, and then Matt, then me.
I would put this either at the bottom of middle or the top of Kelly Pukes.
Okay.
I would put it in the middle.
I would put it at the bottom.
You know where it's going. Up, up,
So
So it lands in the middle.
Yeah.
I would say middle.
That lands in the middle.
Heck yeah. 2 movies that end up in. Actually,
Your last two.
my last 2 movies have ended up in the middle. Nice.
Well, mine was my last one ended below that. So
Well, yeah, but it's.
I'm
teamwork,
surprised it
too,
made
and
it. I'm
that's the
surprised
whole
it made
vibe.
it as far as it did.
Nice. Our last 3 picks.
Who's up
We got a
next?
theme.
Who's
Yeah,
is
who
it?
It's Luke.
Luke.
It's me.
Wait.
That was the first movie for the
Oh, you're
new
right.
round, right? So we
You're
don't
right.
have anywhere to put it. Yeah.
You're right. So
Okay.
far, it's the most disturbing, most unhinged, saddest, and gayest.
Yeah.
Well, we know
that
that's
was
true.
And who knows? Yeah.
It may remain.
Dude, Michael's fit in this scene where he doesn't jump on the truck.
Yeah.
Adidas.
All the
Does
fits
not
in
jump
this
on the
movie.
truck.
So much Adidas.
All right, Luke, are you ready to help us guess?
Yes, I'm ready.
You have a movie, okay?
Am I
What-
allowed to guess? Is my
Uh,
first question.
It's not the one you're thinking of. I
Either.
said it is not.
Damn
no,
it.
no, no, not either of them.
Damn it.
Hook.
Ooh, good one.
No,
That's a good guess. Zathura.
Is it serious?
no. Yeah.
Jumanji, the
serious?
next level.
It's not the one.
I lost the spirit of Christmas.
That makes me sad.
There was
Okay,
a Christmas
it's a
movie that I was
serious-
gonna pick, but it
serious one.
passed.
Serious one. Is it something that you and me have had to watch together? Is it on our list?
Nope.
Have you seen it
Have
already?
any of us
Nope.
seen it?
Mark has seen it.
Me?
Only Mark?
And it's serious?
Elephant.
That's a great point. I'm
I
changing my pick to
fucking-
elephant.
No.
Right
No.
after Over the Top too. Also, no.
No.
No one should ever
Absolutely
talk about that on a podcast.
Cool.
That was crazy.
Serious movie that I've seen.
Only
nobody
Mark
else.
has seen.
Did I like it?
You did like it?
Is it action?
Oh.
Is it new? Wait,
It's
is
new.
it? Oh, it's new. New.
So
Was
it's
it this
2024.
Yes.
Oh.
Or last year.
Then
Serious
only
Mark
movie
has
this
seen.
year.
So
That I've
Mark, this
seen?
is all on you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know what I haven't seen.
I don't know what
Um,
I've seen that's serious that Luke didn't watch with me.
Right? Because he can't guess
Well,
conflict.
it is
So
serious.
it's a movie.
but it-
Luke
It's not like
wants-
is it like a dense like is it serious as in like it's sad and serious or is it like just like a
It's I assume it's sad and serious, but it's not a all of us
All right.
strangers.
Was it released in the
Oh
first
my
half
God.
of the year? 'Cause if so, that's probably why I can't
Middle?
remember. Middle.
I think.
Middle.
Was it
what?
playing down here?
Yeah. It's a big movie. It's a very
very
popular,
big
very-
movie?
Yes.
Like
that-
awards?
yes, award nominated,
Oh God.
Award
That could
nominated,
go-
okay.
That's
but it didn't win.
okay. I don't want to watch
Award-
that movie.
The one with
'Cause-
the one with the cat won instead.
Oh, Quiet Day. Quiet Day Part One.
Quiet Day Part 1 is not winning anything.
Luke
Sadly.
also watched that with me.
A quiet day.
Serious? Wait,
Cat?
kid movie?
The cat won. No. See, in the
It's an
category
animated
that it
movie.
was nominated for, the movie about the cat won instead. If you
Wait,
know.
What's
so
the movie
an-
about the cat?
Is it
Or just
animated?
one,
Is it the
one.
Wild Robot?
Oh, it's the Wild Robot.
Ah,
We got there.
I'm gonna
Not
buy it.
Quiet Day.
you're gonna buy it? I
You're
think
gonna buy it?
it's a worth it's
Oh,
worth the
shit.
buy. It's a good movie.
I assumed that I would want it anyway,
Yeah.
and then I wanted to watch it soon, so
Yeah.
this would be.
I
Wild
I
Robot.
want to
I
rewatch
like
it
that
because
pick.
I did really like it, but I liked it less than like Inside Out for my favorite animated for the year. But I think I'm gonna like it more when I
What's the
rewatch
cat
it.
movie
Flow.
It's a movie
It's
from
one-
Latvia.
called
Yes.
what?
Flow.
Flow.
It actually looks really good.
It looks like a movie I would enjoy. There's no dialogue, it seems, but it's like a movie about a cat
It's-
on a boat.
Yeah, it's a Latvian movie, so it was a big deal because there's not a lot of Latvian film representation. So it was like,
I
hell
see.
yeah.
Cool. I'm excited for that.
Luke, I like your pick.
I think Trinity
know
will
how-
rewatch that with us too.
You know
She
how I
really
know
liked
that's a good movie? Even when, when we say a movie is good, it's like we think it's good, but it's when parents, they're like, oh, I hear that movie's good. I was like, oh, okay. So even,
It is funny that you guessed A Quiet Place Day One because Lupita Nyong'o is the main character.
Yep.
Wait,
Oh, is she
really?
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my god, I
Wow.
didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome. She's great.
Yeah.
Guys, these are the people's voice, the top 3 for Wild Robot: Lupita Nyong'o, Pedro Pascal, Kit Connor.
Yep.
Oh, and I haven't seen
The
this.
little
And-
boy from Rocket Man?
Yes, and there's another actor that's in there that I won't
I've
say.
mentioned before, and I won't
Yes,
mention it again.
That's definitely been
Ben
forgotten.
Schwartz.
If Ben Schwartz was in
Oh,
it,
that's so
then I
loud.
wouldn't stop talking about it. Luke, we gotta watch Expendables. Why don't you pick Expendables?
Oh my gosh.
Mark, you and I are gonna watch Expendables, and that's it. We're gonna enjoy it. We're not gonna make the others watch.
Fine. I do actually really want to watch this because of the way I
wanted
felt,
to,
but
too.
I think about it and I like everything. It was just the pacing, but
Mhm.
I'm excited to rewatch it. Maybe I'm crazy.
This was the movie of 2024 that I wanted to see the most that I didn't. So
Well, I'm glad you picked it then.
yeah,
Cool. I'm gonna stop the podcast. Wild Robot. It's not on anything right now,
no.
but we're gonna buy it. And I
Or
say
Luke
just
is.
buy it 'cause
Luke's
it's-
gonna
Luke's
buy
gonna
it.
buy it.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
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 Bye.